So we meet again. We have returned again for another warning, do not buy video. I've been doing a lot of these videos over the years on YouTube. And I believe I'm batting a perfect when it pertains to every single video that I've done. Every single video that I told people, warning, do not buy, I was 100%, if not 1,000%, 1,010% about everything I ever said before the game even came out. Listen, I've been gaming for a very, very, very long time. That I know a good game when I see it. Anything that you've been doing for over 30 years, you have to become some type of master. Anything you've been doing for over 30 years, dribbling a basketball with your left hand and you're right-handed, you're going to master dribbling that ball with your left hand. I've been playing good video games my whole life. I know a bad game when I see one. And best believe we are here today. Warning, do not buy Horizon Forbidden West. And I'm saying this right now. I'm putting this out there right now. And I need you to hear every single word that I'm about to say. This will go down in history as one of the worst games of all time. The things that we're about to go over today in this small documented series, I'm thinking about going at least 5 hours today. We're going to make this into a documentary. Yeah. The things that I am seeing that is coming from the corrupted Sony bought and paid for gaming media. I have to, this is a video that I'm about to show you that is about 50 minutes longer. We have to go over every single one of those minutes. We have to. I literally caught the gaming media lying about Horizon Forbidden West. I've literally caught them giving astronomical scores, and yet the scores don't line up with the review. We're going to get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I said if this game does not do 6.5 million in a week, it's over. It's done. It's time for Sony to stop making these AAA cinematical experiences. It's over. It's done. It's finished. Finito. That's it. These games are way too freaking expensive to be way too freaking bad. Just to be doing mediocre sales. We are currently on the round 2. We were all tricked on round 1, huh? God of War remakes, huh? The Last of Us 1, huh? Uncharted. Spider-Man. Now we're on Horizon, huh? We're on round 2, guys. Horizon Forbidden West 2. God of War in another 12 months, huh? We're on round 2. What are you guys expecting when it pertains to sales? Are you expecting astronomical sales? I'm not. I'm already seeing the game is dead in the water. I'm already seeing that the game is already dead in the water. The game hasn't even freaking come out yet. The Sony fanboys have already turned their backs on Horizon Forbidden West, and the game hasn't even freaking come out yet, guys. The Sony fanboys are currently online saying themselves, they know themselves that this game is an unmitigated disaster because it didn't go past 89. And guess what? If I can ever agree with Sony fanboys, I don't agree with them very much. Hold on, wait a second. Am I let me greet the chat room because I have to make sure the sound is good. Can you guys hear me before we go in? Before we go deeper, I need to know that you guys can see me. I want to know if YouTube is blocking this video. I can already see that the viewership is lower than normal. So I know I'm being blocked when it pertains to the viewership. But I need to know if you guys can hear me, and I need to know if the like bar is working. I had people coming to me saying they're hitting the like button and it's not working. Can you guys do me a favor and test out the like button and see if it works? Can you do me that favor? People are coming to me. First, people came and said, Zobi70, your dislike bar isn't working. We can't find our dislikes, right? I need you to let me know, is the like bar at least working, guys? Well, hold on. I see a comment. Skill Up just gave the game a 9.5 in an honest review. And I remember when a lot of people were coming to me and saying that we need to trust Skill Up because Skill Up's come up on YouTube in order to build idol worshipers was to give The Last of Us 2 a bad score. And I remember I was the only one that said, I don't know about this one, guys. I think this guy is just looking for a come up. Now we have Skill Up that is coming out and giving the game a 9 Horizon Forbidden West 9.5s and 10s. And I told you we have a government agent. We have a guy that wants to be on the come up, on the loose. But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into Mr. Skill Up and all that. We're going to get into it. Everybody says it's good to go. Okay. But thank you, Sean, for bringing up Skill Up. I appreciate that so much. And let's go back. Everybody says the sound is good. Nobody said that the like bar was working. Nobody gave me a thumbs up on the like bar. Guys, is the like bar at least working? Somebody also said that the share button wasn't working. Is the share button working, guys? What about on Twitter? Can you retweet my Twitter? Because I heard for some strange reason, I'm seeing technical glitches on my YouTube page compared to everybody else. He just shot himself in the foot. Yeah, thank you so much, Sly. Light bar is working. Okay. Just making sure. I'm having people come to me on a daily basis. They can't get access to my videos. They can't participate with the light bar. They can't share the video. They can't do this. They can't do that. Light bar is officially working. All right, let's do this, guys. Now the Sony fanboys are coming out. Yo, my boys are here. Punishment, Solid Snake, real gamers in the building. Let's get it. Don't look at that view count either. That's a lie. I'm being shadow banned by Sony. Sony fanboys are coming out and saying that this 89 is unacceptable. It's not the Xbox guys, because the Xbox guys are coming out and they're actually giving congratulatories. I don't know why, but they are. We got the Xbox guys that are coming out. Whoa, congratulations, Microsoft. Congratulations, Sony fans. You guys got a hit banger, man. It's good. It looks like gamers are going to be eating good. I really hate that. I really do. I don't hate the Microsoft guys. I hate when people try to do that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at the end of the day, gamers are winning, man. Horizon Forbidden West is not a freaking game. How are we eating good if a majority of the game is unplayable? It's not a game. We have to stop, especially from people that I look at and I go, this dude ain't no gamer. He spends more time on Twitter than anything. Nintendo fans will come out saying that stupid crap. They're too busy playing games. At the end of the day, man, we're eating good, man. Right, guys? Oh God, look at those Nintendo exclusives. Ugh, the frames and resolution are horrible. Like that's what makes a good game, right? Am I right, guys? The Sony fanboys are extremely agitated and irritated because the Metacritic scores are going down astronomically. And if there was one time that I can agree with the Sony fanboys, I have to agree with them on this one. There is no way in God's blue hell that you have the official next generation experience, quote unquote. This was the main reason why many of us went out and bought a PlayStation 5 because we were going to be getting the next generation of Horizon games. The Horizon game. This game was initially supposed to release in 2021. That was a lie. That was pushed and delayed due to quote unquote certain situations that are currently going on, even though Nintendo doesn't have to deal with any of those situations. They're pushing out games and pushing out games and pushing out games. Why did for Sony we have to put COVID into consideration, but when it pertains to Nintendo, nobody looks at that. But yes, if there's one thing I have to agree upon with the Sony fans, if there was one thing I could ever agree with them on, 89 is unacceptable. This was supposed to revolutionize. This was supposed to get people excited. This was supposed to be the reason why we bought our PlayStation 5s. This was going to take us to the next generation. This was supposed to be one of the greatest games of the generation. This was supposed to really kick off the next generation. And to see that it's only got an 89, it's downright embarrassing. Downright embarrassing. Not only that, everything plays in this warning. Look, hold on, warning. Not only that, everything in Horizon Forbidden West plays in the favor of the corrupted and wicked and evil, demonic witch coven that is the gaming media. LGBT relationships, a strong female protagonist, women are stronger than men. Everything plays in the favor for the gaming media to sit here and give this game 9s out of 10s. And yet, as we can see, we're sitting at an 89. And a lot of reviews didn't even drop yet, so expect this to go even lower. The ones that didn't review the games, I said, yep, allegedly, I'm hearing that they're talking on the phone right now with Sony. The check wasn't cleared yet because Sony is $2.5 trillion in debt. This is all alleged. Sony, we didn't, the check didn't clear yet. Sony, what are we going to do? Hold on, we'll give you a call back. You have a game here that is literally playing into the hands of the gaming media. And they still said this game was trash. That's it. That's enough. That's enough, Sony. That's enough. It's not going to work. Your agenda-ridden games are not going to work. Because if the gaming media is not even getting behind this, I know for a fact the Sony fanboys are. Give me a Sony fanboy that is really going to buy this game. Really, nothing in this game looks fun whatsoever. We're playing as a generic character that nobody even knows the name. And if they do, they definitely can't name a character outside of her. And how much money did they put into this damn game? Oh my God. The highfalutin, high grade graphics, right? The lens and the lens flares and all the promised ray tracing and the promised 4K resolution and the promised 60 frames per second, even though the PlayStation 5 can't do any of that, even with PlayStation 4 games. The motion capturing suits, they're putting these people in these type of weird, tightly uncomfortable suits, and they're walking and they're taking the walking animations. You know, I saw one clip of the walking animations. No lie, we're gonna get into this during the weeks. I literally saw a walking animation for what's the main character's name? Horizon. What's the main character's name? Forbidden West. What is that? What is her? He? She? Her? They? What's her name? I literally saw a man walking, and they use it as Outlay's walking animation. No lie. We're going to get into it later in the weeks. We're going to get into it, guys. Please be patient. Don't rush me. We got a whole week until the launch of Horizon Forbidden West. Don't rush me, guys. You got some of the best voice actors in the business, right? You're getting actual high grade actors to come in and to put their voice to characters that you have no idea who the hell they even are. They're even using people's likenesses. They're using that black guy. I've seen that black guy around, and he's actually a pretty good actor too. I know he's expensive. I don't know what he is. You know, the black, you guys want to talk about? I think he was in, I don't know. These little black shows that come on. I don't watch that stuff. I know he was expensive. Whew. Billions of dollars putting into these games, and you only got an 89. It's over. It is over. Not only that, oh my God, we didn't even get the sales numbers yet, guys. Wait until we get those numbers. I don't expect hey guys, this is the fastest selling. I don't expect that. Not unless if someone comes in there and starts fluctuating the numbers. I will know if the numbers have been fluctuated if the gaming media comes out and says, well, according to Sony, if we hear that, we know some tampering has been involved. You know, to be honest, I'm throwing it out there. Not only am I considered this to be one of the worst games of all time, and I stand on it. I guarantee you we won't even get the sales numbers for this game. That's how bad it's going to be. Hold on real quick while I got you here. Let's go to Amazon real quick. While I got you here, let's go to Amazon real quick, guys. Y'all want to go to Amazon real quick? Let's look. I don't know. I didn't see the numbers as of yet. I should have had these Amazon numbers already prepared and ready. Let's go to Amazon. Let's see. I told you guys Pokemon was sitting at top 1, 2, and 3 on Amazon for at least 3 to 4 months. We are 1 week away. Let's see what Amazon is doing. Before we come back to the Metacritic, guys, please, you guys want to go check out Amazon? We got some predictions out there. Give me some prediction, guys. I'm predicting it'll be free, and they're like, We got some predictions down there. I'm willing to go there. I'm expecting this to be unmitigated disaster, guys. But hold on, let me go to Amazon. Real quick, guys, can I take you to Amazon with me before we go back, before we go into the Metacritic scores? And trust me, the Metacritic scores are a doozy. You have to see these Metacritic scores. Damn, Sony. In high school, you was the man, homie. What happened to you? Hold on real quick. Amazon, 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 Amazon. Bow! Here we go. Let's see. I'm watching this raw. I don't know what's going on. It might be in the top 5. It might be in the top 3. If it's not in the top 2, it's a disaster. Oh, those games. What is going on PlayStation? What are they buying with those $10 cards? I know what they're buying. AAA exclusives that were highly rated by the gaming media. Why the what? Give me a second, please. Please give me a second, guys. I know. It would mean the world to all of you guys to see a black man break on live air. There is nothing better in the world to see a black man break in front of the masses. But I'm breaking. What has happened to PlayStation? What the hell has happened to PlayStation, my favorite brand of all time? Why is there a 3-week-old game still in the top 5? Why is Pokemon Legends of Arceus still in the top 5? Why? That game is 3 weeks old. 3 freaking weeks old. We have a brand new next generational game. You're not even in the top 5. You're losing to a game with terrible resolution, terrible graphics, terrible frame rates. The Nintendo Switch is not even a next generational console. And you mean to tell me that Horizon Forbidden West is getting its ass kicked? Why is Roblox beating? What the freak? What is Roblox? Can somebody tell me what the hell Roblox? What the freak? People rather buy blocks than Horizon Forbidden West. People rather buy digitalized blocks than Horizon Forbidden West. Xbox, Nintendo. Whoa, okay. Top 13. Wow, here we go. Top 13 for the PlayStation 5 version at that. That's very impressive. 19 for the PlayStation 4 version. That's interesting. Not bad. Not bad. I still think it needs to be in the top 5 in order to be credible. Guys, y'all think Pokemon Legends of Arceus is going to beat Horizon Forbidden West on launch day? Let's not hope that happens. Let's not hope that doesn't. If that happens, oh my God, gaming, PlayStation 5 is finished. No, there's no way. There's no way that can happen. There's no way that can happen. Let's get back to Metacritic. How y'all doing? All right? Am I going too slow for you guys? Am I moving too fast? Am I moving too slow or am I moving too fast, guys? Yeah, 89 is unacceptable, guys. It is. I get it. You know, nines and tens, nines and tens, nines and tens. I get it. Hundreds, especially coming from websites we never even heard before. You know what I mean? What the frick is Juex Act 2? What the frick is that? What is this? What kind of y'all see this? What website is this, guys? Juex? Yes, I get it. Random websites are popping up out of nowhere. They just so happened to get a review copy from PlayStation. Sony was able to find these random websites. And they have enough pull in cloud, even though we don't know who these sites are. They were able to come in and fluctuate the Metacritic score for some strange reason. The Zobi 70 channel is more known than Juex Act 2. What is that? Inverse. I've never heard of Inverse before. Look at these random sites that are popping up. Digital Chumps. Never heard of them. Power Unlimited. Who the hell is Power Unlimited? What? Come on. Is it me or is it a conspiracy, guys? Look, I love PlayStation.com. Look, whoa, come on, man. Look, this one site. I give all Sony exclusives 10 out of 10s. Come on. What kind of website is that, guys? Now, come on, guys. Is it me or is it a conspiracy, dudes? I've never in my life said, yo, man, I got to get down to inverse.com, man. They really give great. I've never heard that before. But, you know, I get it. Nines and tens, nines and tens, nines and tens. Well, what I like to do when it pertains to all games, good, bad, or indifferent, if I'm excited for them or not, what I like to do is I like to go down to the negative and the mixed reviews, even though I haven't seen a negative review in over 20 years. I believe all games in the last 20 years have been getting an 8 and up. That's the reason why when you see a game do an 8 or like 7 is the new 0 now, you know, when it pertains to game reviews, because IGN, Greg Miller, and Colin Moriarty brought in this review system where it was like everything was a 10. They've totally destroyed game reviews as we know it for the modern era. That's the reason why when you see an 89 for a game like Horizon Forbidden West, it's the reason that we've all ran out and bought our PlayStation 5s, that it's currently barely even on the top 10. The 8.9 is basically the new 5. My reviewing skills, I tend to go low, even for games that I like. Like, I like Pokemon Legends of Arceus. I really, really like Pokemon Legends of Arceus. I think that game is truly a next generational experience. For real. It's a next generational game. They have completely revamped and revitalized the Pokemon franchise, and yet still able to retain the magic that is Pokemon. A true next generational game. Definitely in no way, shape, or form a copy and paste. And when Nintendo tried to give us a copy and paste and did give us a copy and paste in Sword and Shields, Nintendo fans called them out. But and not only that, the gaming media campaigned it and got behind the copy and paste. But when we call out the copy and paste that is going on with a supposed next generational game, like in Horizon Forbidden West, all of a sudden we're trolls. All of a sudden we're toxic. All of a sudden we're this. All of a sudden we're that. All of a sudden, we need to tell Phil Spencer to get these dudes banned up off these platforms, these gaming platforms, right? Love Pokemon as an Arceus, and I still will give it a 7 out of 10. That's high. That's high to me. 7 out of 10. Now that I know that I love PlayStation games, even if they're hidden, got secret hidden agendas .com. Now that I know that they can get in there, why can't I get in there? You know why? Because I'm gonna give the actual score. That's why they won't let me in there. But what I like to do is go to the mixed reviews. Can I go to the mixed reviews real quick? Let me see. They're gonna take me there. Let me see. Boom. Okay, we're here. I love Oz games. Oh yeah. Telegraph. That's my favorite. I love Telegraph. I go to them all the time for all the hit reviews. Gamer No. Yes. All good sites. I always go to those guys to get the accurate game information. I go to those guys all the time to get I love Oz Gamers, man. They're great, man. Don't they do great reviews, guys? I especially love their last review that they did. Oh my God, guys, right? Great. I love these sites, guys, right? I like to go to the mixed reviews because we haven't had a negative review in gaming in so long. But usually when you go down to the mixed reviews, you get the honest perspective when it pertains to these games, you know? The other games are just, the scores are just too freaking high to believe. Like, come on. And the thing is, we buy these games, we play them, and we go, what in that? Where did they see the perfect 10 out of 10 at, you know? Where did they see the 9 out of 10 at? Right? As an action adventure, this is Oz Gamers. I love Oz Gamers. They're great. As an action adventure RPG, in an RPG, a narrative and open world sandbox, in a way to simply spend time exploring a breathtaking world, it falls short. Engaging at times, thrilling too, but also disjointed, clunky, and unfocused in ways we didn't expect. Wow. Zelda wins the game. Let's give it up to Zelda for a while for showing the Western developers how to make the perfect Western game, perfect open world game. Even Guerrilla Games can't do it. Jesus Christ. Horizon Forbidden West is a game of contrast, a game about robot dinosaurs when you spend far too much time fighting robot meerkats and boars instead for some strange reason. One with brilliant voice acting that you begin to hate because some characters won't shut up. Oh, God. You mean to tell me that Sony spent all this money on all this highfalutin voice acting? It's got some of the best voice actors in the business. And you mean to tell me that the gaming review sites are talking about this is some of the worst voice acting known to man? No, they said the voice acting was great, but they said it was just too much. It was like, Jesus Christ, you've overpaid, Sony. Where the side quests are great, but they're so simple as to feel pointless. Where the combat features a complex balance between elemental strengths and weakness, but you can ignore all of that via a reign of explosive spearheads. Oh man. Combat features a complex balance between elemental strengths and weaknesses, but you can ignore all that via a rain of explosive spearheads. Wow. Another terrible combat system, another generic, boring combat system for Horizon Forbidden West. Warning, do not buy this game. Warning, do not buy this game. Warning, do not buy this game. I've been warning you guys. Is this even a freaking game? What are we marveling at? The graphics? The graphics get old. As soon as you buy the game and you unwrap the game and you put the game in the console and you start playing the game, once you look at those graphics, the graphics get old instantly. They're already working on the next game that's going to outdo the last game when it pertains to graphics. That's why I don't like this whole graphics. Highfalutin graphics means next generation, because it's not. Next generation should always be gameplay. Always. How are you going to find ways to expand and revolutionize gameplay when it looks like we're just getting another simple, generic experience? Guys, I need you to get comfortable. I need you to put a game on. I need you to put on, sit back, relax, pull out some chips. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to be here for a while. Trust me, and come on, man. Even though you're not going to say this, come on, man. I don't have all that time. You're not going to say that. I know that. You guys want me to go. Hey, man, I got 8 hours here. I'm at work, Zobi. Go for 8 hours, man, so this shit can go by nice and smooth, right? Keep it real. Telegraph. I love Telegraph. Great site. The example of difficult second out. Oh, this what he's about to say is really telling. The example of difficult second album syndrome that most readily came to mind while wandering these wastelands is the Stone Roses, who spent almost 5 years trying to outdo their era-defining, genre-defying debut, only to emerge with a bloated classic rock retread that effectively ended the brand's career. Oh my God. That's not to say Horizon Forbidden West is a gaming second coming, but is not the second coming for a game. Gaming is not, but it is not the sorry guys, but is not the second coming of gaming either. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, like, can I go back? This is before y'all time, man. But back in the day, yo, when that second game came out, that second game took the genre to a whole nother level, yo. For real. The second game was the game that always took that series to the next level. It was like, oh, yo, this first game is lit, but the second game, oh man, really took the genre to the next. When I was coming up, that's what happened with video games. I would say there were certain games. I would say there's probably like one game that didn't do that, even though I love the games a lot, and that's Mario Brothers. Mario 1, classic. Mario 2 was a little divisive when it pertains to game reviewers and things of that such, gamers, even though I love Mario 2. But Mario 3 really took Mario. Mario 3 is what made Mario today. It was just like, But I remember as a kid, and I loved Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis as a kid. Now, this is going way back. You guys are too young to know this, what Sonic and all that is in the Sega Genesis. You guys don't know what that is. You guys just started gaming, so let's not like you guys believe the gaming media. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're new gamers. Anyway, you guys think that next generation is resolution and frame rates. You're new gamers. So please don't tell me you know what Sega Genesis is. You don't know. I remember I liked Sonic the Hedgehog 1. I loved the soundtrack of Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Even as a kid, I was just like blown away by Sonic the Hedgehog 1. It was an incredibly hard game. I remember the putting the code in and everything like that, up, down, left, right, A, B, start, and weird stuff like that. But I remember when Sonic 2 came out, man, they added Tails, they added the spin dash, the music went up to a whole nother, the music was hitting. And I, and I remember, back in the day, man, going all the way up to like, I don't know, I guess up to like the PS2 area and stuff like that. And then it seems like nowadays when we get these sequels, man, they're getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And as you can see with Telegraph, one of my favorite review sites, they're coming out and they're saying that the game is as a horrible, worse experience than the first game. And like I said, I've been playing video games for a long time, and I can tell you, that's what I see. Like right now, to this day, the game comes out in a week, and it's currently not even at the top 10 on Amazon, and it's currently sitting at an 89 Metacritic that will probably go lower because a lot of the review sites are waiting on that check, allegedly. They're waiting for Sony to call them back. Like, I still don't even know what this game is. I still don't even know what to be excited for when it pertains to this game. If you're just telling me that it's going to be graphics and I'm walking through the jungle and there's going to be a mechanical monster jumping out of the bushes, if that's it, then I'm concerned. I'm really concerned that I don't know what this game is. I don't know, and nobody knows what this game is. Chat room. Can I go to the chat room quick? Because I want to make sure, I want to check the chat room to make sure that we're still live. I want to check the chat room. I want the chat room to do me a favor. I heard that a lot of people said that the thumbs up button wasn't working on my channel. Can you guys do me a favor and test that out? Can you guys do me a favor and make sure that the thumbs up button is working? Somebody told me it wasn't working. Can you guys check? Because somebody came on and said the dislike bar was completely not working. I contacted YouTube. They didn't get back at me yet. I don't know what's going on with that. But at least let's check and see if the like bar works. Does the like bar work, guys? Not only that, can you do me a favor? Check and see if the share button is working. I heard we have some technical difficulties on my channel and my channel alone. Can you do me a favor? Hit the share button, send it to your Facebook, send it to your Twitter, just to see if this works. I just want to see if it works, guys. Now, guys, does anybody know what the hell Horizon Forbidden West even is? Is it really like on the hushity hush? Shh, 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 because we're so concerned about spoilers? Is that what it really is? Guys, chat room. Guys, where my warriors at, yo? Where's the revolution at? Are you guys there? Do I need to end the stream, guys? Do I need to end the stream? Are we logged off? Let me know. Somebody tell me to end the stream. I'm going to end the stream right now because I think we're not live. I'm talking to you guys and nobody's responding. Does anybody know what the hell Horizon Forbidden West even is? Especially if you're coming to this franchise brand new. Yeah, I know it did 20 million, but guys, does anybody know what Horizon Forbidden West is? Please. The chat room doesn't even know what this freaking game is. The chat room doesn't even know what this damn game is. Sony is doing a horrible job of convincing me what the hell is this game? Now, watch this. I like that. A female Tarzan. We got a video on that for later in the week. Nova. We got a video on that later in the week. Don't rush me. We got a whole week of Horizon Forbidden West. And on the final day, we will be camping outside for Horizon Forbidden West. We will. We're going to do the midnight launch for Horizon Forbidden West. Now, with that being said, I'm going to show you a good game from a bad game. I'm going to show you a game that knows it cannot rely on the gaming media. I'm going to show you a game that knows how to make a good game. Now, I want everybody in the chat room, please participate with me, please. And I know you guys will participate on this one. I know you guys were quiet on Horizon Forbidden West because you don't want to admit you have no idea what the freak this game is. All I know is we're playing as a female character, allegedly, and she's walking around in the jungle. That's all I know. Now, I want you guys to tell me what this is what's going to be. Watch how creepy this is. Horizon Forbidden West is a week away. Horizon Forbidden West is a week away, and we don't know what the hell this game is. We don't even have a release date for this game that I'm about to tell you, and I guaranteed you, you will know more about this game than you do Horizon Forbidden West. Now, I want you guys to tell me, what is Zelda Breath of the Wild 2? I want you guys in the chat room, please participate with me because we're going to be here for a while. I need you guys to participate. I need you guys to get up involved. You ever go to like a staff meeting and they got you getting involved within the staff meeting so that you don't feel like it's moving too slow. You want to fall asleep and things of that such like that. Even though you won't, even though this is not moving too slow, even though you don't want to feel like you're falling asleep, but I need you guys to participate. Please tell me what you know about Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Let me go to my chat room because I know they on it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, double A. We're gonna get on. We're gonna get there this week. Can somebody please tell me what Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is? If not, can I go? Can I take your turn? And can I go? What Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is? Guys, can I take your turn? When I first saw that initial trailer for the gameplay trailer for Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, I saw that, okay, now we're going to have mechanics where we're going to be falling from the sky. Now I saw mechanics within the Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 trailer where the Shika board was able to fuse with my arm. The Shika board lets you know that the Wii U was freaking amazing. The Shika board was supposed to be used as a feature that was going to implement or be utilized by the Wii U. Iwata was finding new ways to get gamers involved, not just with the game, but just with the console as a whole. But now that we have moved on past the Wii U, the Shika board is going to be useless. So now it's fusing within Zelda, letting you know now it's about the game. Right there, right? But those 2 points alone right there lets me know that I know what's going to happen. And that's only a piece, that's a little tip of the iceberg, guys. There's still a whole underbottom of this iceberg that we don't even know about when it pertains to Zelda Breath of the Wild. But when it comes to Horizon Forbidden West, all you can think about is Horizon. Now there's swimming features. And you go, I've been swimming in games forever. Who cares? Hey, look, guys, now you can swim. You go, what? Gamer No, one of my favorite websites. Horizon Forbidden West fails to live up to its predecessor in just about every way. While the world and its many new mechanics are stunning, the experience is bogged down with confusing design choices and variations for the sake of variations, making Alloy's newest adventure one to forget. That's what I think when I look at this game. When I look at this game, I go, man, I really, this looks like a disaster in the making. And we have some of the most disingenuous review sites that are coming out here, and they're giving this game perfect scores. Perfect scores. We need a new gaming media, guys. We need to start a revolution. More honest gaming reviewers. Not only that, we need to make it into law that if you are not giving honest reviews, your site is shut down. So we don't want people coming in on the come up like Skill Up and pretending to give games bad scores to build their channel up. And all of a sudden coming out with Horizon Forbidden West and go, this is a perfect 10 out of 10, man. Skill Up. I want to go to one of my favorite review sites when it pertains to misleading and misguiding the gamers. And yes, it's IGN, but yes, you're probably thinking it's IGN, but it's not IGN. I watched the IGN review, and it was so bad. It was so boring, and they didn't even use the guy with the high voice, which was strange. They used somebody else. It was so bad. It was so boring that I just said I can't have the people sit through that. The people are going to be, they're going to be tuning out. They're going to be zoning out. It was so bad. And I read the comments and people were talking about, give this guy a raise. Man, this guy is phenomenal. I said, what? Should we hold on, I'll go to the chat room. Should we take a peek at the IGN review real quick? Just to do a heat check, and then I'm gonna go to my favorite website. Let me go to the chat room real quick. Are you guys willing to make the video longer? And let's go to the IGN review. You guys want to go to the IGN review first? Feeling of love. Let's see. Let's go to the IGN review. Oh, it was so bad. I was confused on what. You're going to see a pattern here where you're going to be confused on why this game is even good. You're going to be like, why is the game good again? I know they're saying positive things, but I'm so freaking confused. Look at this. Hold on. Okay. How much they got a damn PlayStation ad, and they're not even showing off Horizon. They're showing off the Square Enix Forspoken game. What a bunch of idiots. What a bunch of a-holes. Guys, should I go to the IGN review? IGN? Do it? Okay, cool. Somebody said do it. Let's do it. Real quickly. We won't be here for too long. I want to get to Game Over Greggy, the podcast. Game Over Gregory is now using review scores now, which was weird. They didn't use review scores before, but now they do. They didn't use the guy with the highfalutin voice, which is a positive in my book. That guy is horrible.
You, the savior of Meridian, still has a few things she wants to take care of.
Successful sequels build on their predecessors in multiple ways.
That's a lie.
Think Mass Effect 2, Assassin's Creed, and Uncharted 2. They all improve on what came before them by conjuring up exciting new gameplay mechanics, developing characters through engaging stories, and
These are all lies.
designed to offer variety. Horizon Forbidden West does all of this with aplomb, building on the already impressive foundations of 2017's Horizon Zero Dawn
That
to
game was
tell a
garbage.
thrilling story full of familiar explosive combat against elaborate robotic foes and blockbuster action sequences, but also adding Witcher-like settlements to the map and filling it out with great
Witcher. It's
side
not even its
quests.
own game.
The
It's
result
Witcher.
is a fantastic open-world action adventure.
It's not even its
that,
own
despite
game. It's
falling
Witcher.
into a couple of its old habits, emphatically delivers on the promises made 5 years ago.
It's all lies.
Once again, Aloy is on a time-sensitive mission packed with mystery, not least in its characters, many of whom are firmly established in the grey area between friend or foe. Its twists and turns are numerous, and had me guessing how it would turn out right until the end of Aloy's journey. And that journey isn't a short one. My playthrough, which was done at a fairly relaxed pace that included completing a healthy amount of side missions, took around 32 hours.
I don't know what Anora's doing out here, but consider yourself old.
Guerrilla Games has definitely learned a lesson this time around when it comes to finding a balance between world building and telling a coherent story. Horizon Zero Dawn tackled some big ambitious ideas, but sometimes stumbled when it came to conveying them in an engaging way. Forbidden West is able to confidently stride over the deep exposition potholes that Zero Dawn sometimes fell victim to, mostly mercifully avoiding lengthy information dump.
I'm sorry. IGN is horrible. They're horrible. They're terrible. This new review is always a delight. You know, IGN, please hire more reviewers like this. Well done. Yeah. This guy knows his job. IGN, give him a rate. Are these Sony owned? Are these Sony owned accounts? How come nobody's talking about what they're looking forward to when it pertains to playing the game? They're so quick to idol worship the reviewer more than getting ready for the game. Everybody wants to idol worship some random weirdo. Lord knows what he's doing in his private life. But all he has to do is come on and give Horizon Forbidden West a 10 out of 10. And all of a sudden, this guy has built a nation of idol worshipers. You will all suffer. You will all suffer. You will all suffer dearly for what you are doing. You are living out the biggest sin known to man. You will all suffer for this. I just pray that God has mercy on your soul for what you do. Hopefully that you don't know that this is the biggest sin known to man. How do you sit here and idol worship this man for doing nothing? No, I just played about 3 to 4 minutes of this damn video and it was so freaking boring. What type of weird cult is going on at IGN? Are those? I hope these are fake accounts. I really do. These people are more fascinated with the reviewer than they are the game. God, what? I'm getting the hell out of this IGN review. I'm seeing nothing but satanic worship in this. I'm out of here. One of my favorite websites when it pertains to misleading and misguiding the people. A site that should have more views than what it has. Kind of Funny Games gets really bad views. And let me explain, like Zombie 70 gets bad views, but I have a lot of things against me. I have the algorithm. I have, shadow banning. I have a fan base that, I have supporters. I have supporters that don't hit the like button, that don't hit the share button. You know what I mean? And I say that with the utmost respect. I'm an African American that is proud to be masculine. I am an African American who stands here as a tall, handsome, attractive black man. I'm an African American that don't kiss nobody's ass. I have a lot of things that are going against me. I have more Caucasians that support this channel than YouTube. And YouTube wants to claim to be liberal, and they claim they want to hear the black voice. They want black people to speak up and speak out, and yet YouTube is restricting me. Liberal YouTube that claims to love black people wants to highlight black channels. And yet when you look on the main recommendation page, it's somebody who's openly homosexual who is black, and or undercover homosexual, and or eye bucking or lip jacking. So these people who claim that they're not racist and they want to point and wag their finger at Joe Rogan, who's the real racist? Is it the conservatives or is it the liberals? Because every time I look at a liberal, they're always highlighting blacks. They're doing some of the most egregious and yet disrespectful things that I've ever seen known to man. That's the image that they want to see. What did Joe Biden say? If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Didn't he say that? He was right. So I got a lot of things going against me for the reason why my channel is not doing, I should be a guy that should easily have 1 million subscribers. But to see, if you go and look at the Game Over Greggy podcast, everything is not within, they don't have to go through the same problems that I have to go through. Game Over Greggy has promotion by the gaming media. Phil Spencer comes on the show. Jim Ryan is highlighting these shows. They're getting free copies from Sony. They're getting free copies from Microsoft. They're getting this. They're getting a hot game. Greg Miller is the game of the year. He's the gamer of the year. They're highlighting him at the Jeff Keighley Awards. And it's really sad to see this channel just is like dead. It's a dying channel. They should have more than what they have with the promotion. The algorithm is directing you directly to their channels. After you get done watching this video, the algorithm is going to recommend you to Kind of Funny Games. The algorithm will never direct you to one of my videos. You barely even know who I am, And to do these abysmal numbers is downright pathetic. Could you imagine if the algorithm was playing in my favor? I would get 10 times more views. Could you imagine if Phil Spencer came on my show? Jim Ryan? Yoshida? Could you imagine if Jeff Keighley was highlighting me as Gamer of the Year? I would have 10 times more. I get more interaction within my videos than I do anybody's videos. I had a guy look at my videos. He went into the YouTube statistics and everything like that. He was analyzing my videos. I didn't tell him to do that, but he just did it. He was on a live stream and he put Zobi 70 in there, some type of in the engine system. And he was just like, oh, wow, this is impressive because you have a lot of interaction. I have high audience retention. I have high audience reaction. It's higher. The numbers and percentages are higher on my videos than they are on a regular IGN video. When it pertains to retention, reaction, interaction, he said, man, if you found a way to get the algorithm up on you, you would be one of the greatest entertainers of all time. And he doesn't know that I'm already the greatest entertainer of all time. But he said, the way that your channel, the interaction and the way people get involved, like there's like this little meter that showed that it was just super high. He was like, man, I've never seen anything like this before. You're able to retain people's attention at an astronomical level. Dwayne Johnson can't even do that in his mediocre movies. And I told him, Toby 70 is a bad boy. So yes, this is pathetic. Only 845. This is bad. This is pathetic. And this is supposed to be the game of the generation. This is pathetic. How much did IGN do? Does it still have it? IGN has it. Look. Let me show you the comparison. He has 14,000, right? Let me show you IGN. I'm not even going to go all that. I'll just say IGN has 10 times more views than that. 100 times more views than that. They have 14,000. IGN has 114,000. Let's get into kind of funny games. And this is one of the greatest tellings of that this game is horrible. Watch. I'm going to prove it. Watch. This is a horrible game. I'm going to prove it. Watch. Are you watching? Good. I wish Pokemon as an Arceus has got this big grand display, right? Why does it when Sony does they got this big grand display? Oh my God. Pokemon as an Arceus didn't get none of this. And it's about to outsell Horizon Forbidden West on its launch day. The gaming media goes all out to these mediocre Sony exclusives, do they not? They run 24-hour streams. They ran a 24-hour stream for Returnal. And the game only did 300,000 copies. That was a celebration. They ran a 24-hour celebration for Returnal. Did y'all see that stream? I was like, oh my God, what the? Pokemon as an Arceus is 6.5 in 3 days. They didn't even say anything. They made one video rating what are the best Pokemon games. Finding ways to bring friction and drama within the gaming, the Pokemon fans, right? They would never do what's the best PlayStation exclusive. They would never do that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Games Cast review of Horizon for...
The liberal pandering. The liberal pandering is on max. I cannot stand the liberal Caucasian whatsoever. I can't. They try to pretend like they're better than conservatives. They're better than the Southern Caucasian. They're better than the racist Caucasian. The liberal Caucasian. The pandering is it's so blatantly racist. It drives me freaking nuts. This guy sat here and brung the whole cast of color. This is a guy that didn't do anything in the IGN era when he was working at IGN. He didn't bring any black people on. He didn't put not one black person on at IGN. When he first started the show, didn't have no black people on the show. No people of color. Now in 2022, he's got a whole black cast of black. The pandering is unreal. This guy is a cornball. I'm not going to say he's racist. I'm not going to throw that title on him. I'm just talking about the liberal Caucasian. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just talking about liberal Caucasians. That's it. And we're going to do a video on this later on in the week about Horizon Forbidden West and the things that I am seeing. And you bring on a whole cast of colored people, right? Brilliant. This man is wickedly brilliant. And these are the same black people. Damn it, I should have did that video. I'm gonna do the video and I'm gonna add it with that video. They just did this little Black History Month thing, right? And they were talking about how representation matters. They were so inspired to have black characters in video games and stuff like that. How we need more black characters in video games, right? But what's brilliant is that you bring on a whole cast of black people to ignore that Horizon, or whatever her name is, that Aloy character is dressed like a black woman, Indian woman with black woman's dreadlocks. A Native American woman she's wearing Native American face paint. Ancient black face paint. And you bring on a black cast that went out there and was talking about how they needed representation and how they were so scared. And it was so scary. And I just wish games would show more black people. And the main character of this game is another white woman, another white person, a modern day female Tarzan. And you put all the blame on the blacks because they didn't call it out. It's not considered racist if black people are doing. It's not racist if black people are saying the N-word, right? Greg Miller, you are wickedly brilliant, my friend. I got to give it up. We got a video coming later this week, guys. We'll get even more deeper into it. That was nothing more than a simple update. Wait until you see the things that are going on within this game that these people do not point out. Before we get into the video, let me do an update check. Make sure that everybody is still, are we still live? Because IGN's coming for me. Are we still live? Because YouTube's coming for me. How are black people getting more jobs in the gaming industry a bad thing? I'm not even sure if these people are black. I don't even know where these black people, quote unquote, black people even came from. If black people getting job in the gaming industry is some type of black empowerment that is going to better the black community, my friend, you have very low expectations for black people. At the end of the day, I have to follow one of the greatest quotes I've ever saw in my entire life. F the plantation. Build your own nation. Zoe 70 has been an inspiration for years. I don't see nobody raising me up. I gave you guys the blueprint on how to be a black gamer within the gaming media. I don't need to be on a kind of funny podcast in order to be relevant. I don't need to be a black man on the kind of funny podcast, a failing podcast. And in order to be an inspiration for my people, kind of We got black people coming out talking about, man, this is really uplifting. They're on a failing podcast. I am the black media. We all are the black media. Not these clowns I've never seen before. Coming in and overrating Sony exclusives. You're the enemy. You're the freaking enemy. I don't give a damn if your skin is black. If you're getting on and you're overrating Sony exclusives that are pushing agendas on black people, you ain't my friend, and you ain't part of the gaming media. You're a freaking plant. Man, this is really inspiring to see black people within the gaming. Black people in the gaming media. I've been in the gaming media for 10 years. Somebody said Paris is shaped like a shapeshifter. Now we're thinking. Now we're thinking, right? Black. Man, this is inspiring, man. Look at these black faces in the game. Since when did black people cry or feel the need to be within the gaming, to be part of the Kind of Funny podcast? I wanted to be on IGN. I'm 10 times better than all of these clowns. Listen, man, you're gonna mess with the wrong Negro. I would never in my life degrade myself to being a Greg Miller sidekick. It's the problem with this goddamn Martin Luther King philosophy of we need to come together and do everything white people are doing. What y'all don't know is y'all were doing things better than what white people were doing before desegregation. And you haven't been right since. You coon. Greg Miller, you are wickedly brilliant.
Forbidden West. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Forbes 30 Under 30, aka the future class of gaming, aka the OK Beast Blessing, Adioye Jr.
Rise above our ruin.
Tagline,
yeah.
you know him from a million other
This
things.
is the guy.
Twitch.tv
This is
site.
the guy that's the black face of the black community, right? He's representing us, huh? This clown. Yeah. Yeah.
B. Cortez, of course, he's the Hispanic heartthrob, Texas treat, Latino heat, clicking heads and ripping them to shreds. The globe trotting headshot nitro rifle from Twitch.tv. Andy Cortez.
When everyone plays, we all win.
It's not that's
Just another tagline.
that's
That's right.
Xbox, isn't it? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Cast, and of course, the best voice in video games, Paris Lily.
I'm very excited to be here, and I have nothing catchy to say.
I was hoping you'd say it's in the game.
Is Greg Miller flirting with him? That's one thing that you got to worry about when you're being around the liberal Caucasian is these motherfuckers flirting with you. You be like, oh, hey, man, that was a little uncomfortable, man. I was around a couple of liberal Caucasians at my last job years ago. This motherfucker he was flirting with me. I was like, oh my, listen, bruh,
And rounding out our marathon train and Janet Garcia.
What's good? Excited to be here. Excited to talk
Oh
games.
God,
And
what's going on with the black woman? I love the black woman, right? She's the queen, right? Black women. Where did Greg Miller find this black woman, man? There's a lot of black women out there that are doing great YouTube. I've never seen this girl before in my life. You know who started the toys in the background and in their videos? You know who started that? Me. I was the first one ever to put toys in the background of my videos. I was the first one to do that. I inspired that. And when I did it though, 10 years ago, what the hell, man? What's this? This dude ain't down, man. He ain't black. I wasn't black enough. Man, this dude ain't. Where the street games at, right? This dude, right? Guys, remember when we just had a stream not too long ago? People were asking where the street games were. When everybody comes around me, everybody wants to keep it real and keep it street and all this other stuff. Man, you just don't, you know, then let me tease you. Man, you just don't understand, man. I'm a nerd, man, right? But I'm not allowed to be a nerd. I got to be black. I'm not allowed to have the toys in the background. I'm not allowed to have anime, talk about anime and stuff. Man, I can't wear the Naruto headband. I can't do none of those things. I got to keep it black. This guy, man, this guy's a nerd, man. This guy's a loser and a weirdo, right? But once these same people get around white folk, liberal Caucasians, hey, man, this is who I am. Thank you for accepting me for I am. Because whenever I try to be a nerd, all the black people make fun of me like Zoe7, you know. I was the first one to put toys in my background. Go back to my original videos. I was the first. That came from me. I was that inspiration. I was that spark. I'm just disturbed that nobody picked up within the black community to be more masculine, talk with more of a masculine voice, and not be a puppet in a shield. That's the only thing I'm mad that didn't catch on as of yet. How come that trend didn't take off, you know? Damn it. Who's the leader of the beta males? Who's that you guys are copying? Is it Black Hokage? Who is it? Talk to him, Frost. What a coon. The Black Queen. Oh my God. Who is this black girl? They could have got Lady Pelvic. They could have got that one black girl that pretends like that's her gaming collection. She's in a room full of games and stuff like that. She's always pretending like that's her collection, but it's not. What, they could have got that girl. They could have got all types of black girls that I see on social media, man. Nothing against this girl, but I'm a little nervous. Is that stitching around the forehead as well? Guys, is there stitch marks going across the forehead on my black princess, my black queen? I think she's black. I don't want to put a black on her. I know she's talking like she's black. Yo, what's good, dudes? What's going on, man? Dude, yo, bruh. You know, she's doing all that. Guys, is that a black woman? I know people get real sensitive when you talk about the black queens out there. You know what I mean?
And I just ran 19 miles, so let's go.
Oh.
That's good.
But did you?
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I went to bed like 4.5 hours ago.
Oh, the woman is better than us. The woman is better than us. Oh my God, the woman is so much better than us. Oh my God, the woman is so much better than us. Oh my God, women are so much better. They're so much stronger. They're so much faster. Oh my God, the woman. Oh my God. Wow, 19 miles? So what? I work out every single day. No days off. Tired or not. Oh my God, wow, you ran 19 miles. Jesus Christ. These guys had to always add extras when it pertains to a woman. That stuff is old, it's dead, it's corny now, man. There ain't no time for worshiping. Why? Because women say that it's old and played and tied out, priored out. Women say they want to be treated like equals. Women say they want to be treated like men. Women say they wanted this. Like, we're going to give them what they want. I'm tired of the pandering when it pertains to females. If they want equality, let's give it to them. Let me be on the podcast. I just ran 19 miles. This is me. So, I mean, you know, I congratulate you. 19 miles is good. Everybody should be doing that. But I'm not going to be sitting and go, whoa. Please, fellas, we're simping way too hard. If this is what women want, give it to them.
I had to go get the stroller out of the car for Jen. I was winded.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. If you didn't know,
And drinking that, a Gatorade. The Gatorade. Jake, I know I need to get into this video, but there's so many red flags that is already agitating me. She just ran 19 miles, and now you're going to revitalize your body with a Gatorade. The Gatorade are filled with highfalutin sugars, salts, all types of toxic chemicals. Listen, I don't want to talk too crazy because the algorithm takes that as negative misinformation. You know what I mean? But if you're going to run 19 miles and you drink a Gatorade, that's like drinking poison after you done ran 19 miles. That's like eating a cheeseburger after running 19 miles. Their body is confused. It's like, whoa, what are you doing? Water, H2O, water. Drink water. Why is everybody afraid to drink water? You better enjoy the water now before it's gone. Jesus Christ. I'm surprised it wasn't a great value brand Gatorade, right? Sony fanboys.
Horizon Forbidden West review. Of course, we will be giving it to you spoiler free, so don't worry about us ruining the story. And of course, our game was provided by PlayStation for review purposes. If you didn't know, this is the Kind of Funny Games cast. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table, coming to nerd out about all the things they love and hate in video games. If you like that, you can go to patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. On patreon.com/kindoffunnygames, you can.
Is everybody okay? Look at everybody's face. They don't look. Is everybody okay? What's up with Paris? Is everybody okay? I'm afraid, you know? This is where black faces need to be. I need to congratulate black people because we've made it. We've made it into the game reviewing sector. Why can't you just be happy to see black faces mingled in with white folk, helping white people get money? That's success to black people. I'm still triggered on that, guys. That's success to black people, is being around white folk. That is the ultimate grand prize for a lot of black people. What was the black brother's name that said that? He's gone now. Black God. Here he is. The main reason why they're engaging is because there's barely anyone in here look at the views. Well, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Where are your views at? Where's your channel? What if you have inspired? Does anybody even know who you are? How did a guy like me who has nothing has finally brought life to you? Come back tomorrow and watch the views. Hold on. There we go. Boom. They made it, man. They don't look. What's going on? They made it. Look at these black people. They made it, man. They look miserable.
You can get the show ad-free. You can get it with the exclusive post show where we play the hit quiz game, Bless Who, and I never lose that. Isn't that right, Bless?
I think you lost once or twice.
Well, I'm really good at it, aren't I, Andy?
I mean, you came in and kind of stole your your stuff. You know.
I feel like you're only getting one game because Bless Who, of course, is an amalgamation of a bunch of different games. Oh, Bless Who has like Messy Mashup. It has Wombo Combo. It has a new game that I'm introducing.
What is going on?
Yeah, a little tease.
Usually on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames, you can watch us record the show live. However, with embargoes like Horizon means you can't, but it's no big deal. Of course, if you don't want to support us on Patreon, you have no bucks to toss our way. It's no big deal. You can get each and every episode of the Kind of Funny Games cast on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, Rooster Teeth, and podcast services around the globe. If you wanted an extra way to support us with your video game habit, why not use the Epic creator code Kind of Funny on the Epic Game Store? Of course, you plug that in, you buy your games, and we get a few bucks for it because you say, hey, that's Kind of Funny best friend, and they said to use the code, and they did. You might say, hey, I don't play no PC games, and I say, that's no problem. Of course, on games like Fortnite, Rocket League, and etc., you can use the Epic game code there when you go and play, you switch your PlayStation, whatever. Kind of Funny, that's the code. Enjoy it. Housekeeping for you. Of course, it's a huge day for Horizon content here on Kind of Funny. We're doing the review right now. But if you're watching this on the day of the embargo, February 14th, the day that nothing else is happening, it's just Horizon, we will be doing PS I Love You XOXO live on patreon.com/kindoffunnygames at 3 p.m. Pacific. And it will be our Horizon Forbidden West FAQ. So read all the reviews, watch them all, go see what everybody at IGN, GameSpot, and etc. are saying, and then send us your questions, and we'll answer them. Of course, not spoilers like what's happened to the story, but mechanics, things that didn't get covered, things you want more information on from this very review. Patreon.com/kindoffunnygames for the PS I Love You mailbag. If that wasn't enough Horizon for you, Thursday, there's a Horizon Forbidden West Let's Play going up, youtube.com/kindoffunny.
They didn't do this for Pokemon Legend of Arceus. Where's the
thank you to our Patreon producers,
Pokemon Let's
McGuire,
Play?
James Davis, aka at James Davis Makes, Pranksky, Tyler Ross, Delaney Twinning, First Responder, and
Oh, come on, get into the review.
James Hastings, and Casey Andrew. Today we're brought to you by Upstart and Green Chef, but I'll tell
You're
you
boring
about
my
that
subscribers.
later. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time to review Horizon Forbidden West, of course, coming out February 18th, 2022 from Guerrilla Games. You know them, of course, from Horizon Zero Dawn, a game that came out February 2017, 5 years ago, and has a Metacritic of 89. Of course, Horizon Frozen Wilds came out, the DLC, November 7th, 2017, a Metacritic of 83. Now it's time to talk about the future, not the past. Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Mike Miller.
For this,
I want everybody to pay attention. I want you everybody to now's the time to pay attention. This is your black representation. Check this out. I want everybody to pay attention. This is going to be a long video, but I need you guys to pay freaking attention. Now's the time. All right, you ready? Here we go.
A review of Horizon Forbidden West. We are officially unveiling the Kind of Funny review scale. Number 5. Yeah, I don't think we have the graphic. Number 5, of course, amazing. Number 4, great. 3, okay. 2, bad. 1, terrible. You are the lead reviewer for us on Horizon Forbidden West. Meaning you did the TikTok. You're here saying this is the score and whatever. We're all going to go through and give scores eventually or whatever. But I want to start with you, Blessing Adeoye Jr. What is your review for Horizon Forbidden West?
So I give Horizon Forbidden West a 5 out of 5 being
5 out of 5. I want y'all to see the scores that they give it. And I want you to watch how the scores don't match up with the review. Watch. 5 out of 5 for Horizon Forbidden West. And knowing what we know about Horizon Forbidden West, it's worse than the first game. It's worse than the first game. This is what, according to the popular review sites that we went over, like Aussie.com. Every single one of them said that this is the worst experience. This is a worst sequel ever. This is it. This is the Horizon series is done after this. This is also a game that everybody, I asked even the Sony fanboys down there to tell me what Horizon is about, and they couldn't even tell me. This guy's saying 5 out of 5. Not only that, this is a site that didn't do reviews. They didn't do review scores, but now they have chosen to join the array of other irrelevant sites. And now they have put themselves on that review scale by helping assist the Metacritic score. Because Lord knows Horizon Forbidden West needs it. And look how happy and proud Greg Miller looks that he said 5 out of 5. Oh, thank you, my pet Negro. Good job. This guy looks concerned. He's like, oh my God. Pay attention, guys.
Amazing. And that's not to say that it is flawless nor a masterpiece. That is to say that it is legitimately amazing, right?
But you shouldn't say, if it's not flawless, if it's not a masterpiece, you should not be saying 5 out of 5. I'm sorry.
Anybody going into Horizon Forbidden West, whether or not they played Horizon Zero Dawn, or if they did play Horizon Zero Dawn and expecting the next level of Horizon Zero Dawn, I think people are going to be very satisfied with Horizon Forbidden West. Right now it's review season, which is that time of the year, right, where we're in our Duffy right now. We're playing the Pokemons, we're playing the Dying Lights, we're playing the Sifus,
we're playing real games. Go ahead.
Stuff. And Horizon Forbidden West is one for me that I was nervous to get into because I knew it was going to be a bigger game. And Horizon Zero Dawn, for me, was a game that I really liked, but I never truly fell in love with the way that I feel like so many other people fell in love with Horizon Zero Dawn. And so going into Forbidden West, I was like, all right, I got probably like 30 to 35 hours with this game that I'm probably going to enjoy, but I'm also coming off of these other games that I really enjoy, being Dying Light 2 and Sifu. And I was pleasantly surprised by how into Horizon Forbidden West I got, to the point where I was playing for what felt like days straight. Right, putting in like 8-hour days, like 9-hour days into playing Horizon Forbidden West and being hooked on it, because I feel like on pretty much any level, in the way that we've seen with a lot of video game sequels, right, going from the first entry to the second entry, in pretty much any single way that they can improve on the mechanics, stories, characters, world design, graphics, all that of Horizon Zero Dawn, I feel like they've succeeded here. Where, you know, in the places that I didn't necessarily love the combat in Horizon Zero Dawn, I love the combat in Horizon Forbidden West. And I think that is due to even better designed enemies than the first one, right? You're getting that same thing where it is you're shipping off certain parts of enemies to take off their the different parts they have. Yeah, their components. Thank you. You're using different elements. You're scanning them, tagging them, doing all that stuff. It's that same gameplay loop, but seems like it's just executed better. Like I just had a more fun time in this game, actually going through the combat, actually exploring the open world. Like the big additions to exploration in this game are the climbing and are the gliding, which I know sounds familiar for a lot of people because those mechanics are very Breath of the Wild like. But even with those mechanics kind of being from that game, Horizon Forbidden West, I'd say, takes those mechanics and makes them its very own, where the climbing isn't Breath of the Wild climbing, right? It's not you can climb anywhere. It is you can scan, and the places where you can climb appear in the world, right? It's not stamina based. You can climb however. And I think it's really good. It makes for really interesting and really engaging traversal puzzles. The gliding is really good as well. And again, the gliding
What? No. What? There's no stamina. The game tells you where to grab, and it's very interesting and it's very puzzle based. What the hell is this AI talking about? So the game copied Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it's doing it wrong. You know, and one of my main reasons why I believe Zelda Breath of the Wild is ahead of the competition is because of that climbing mechanics when it pertains to the open world genre. I thought just by simply adding that mechanic right there alone made Zelda Breath of the Wild just so freaking profound to me. Like, okay, this is how you do it. This is right. Because when you usually play these Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed, Sony exclusives, you get to a wall or a building or something like that. This is one of my main complaints when I was talking about these games back in the day. And for those of you who have been rocking with this channel for a long time, remember when I used to be like complaining because you would play these games, and the whole time you were playing the game, all you needed to do was hold up and tap X. Remember, I used to always say that? And I just find that so dull. I thought that's so boring. Like, you know, hold up, tap X, hold up, just tapping X, holding up and tapping X, and just getting me involved while I'm traversing this wall. And it's boring, but Zelda Breath of the Wild was able to find a way to make a game within the climbing mechanics. I thought it was great. It was just like, yo, Zelda Breath of the Wild was just like, okay, here's a paraglider, here's the climbing mechanics, here's this world. Now I need you to go. I need you to go. There's no marker telling where to go. All you got to do is just see it and go, what's that over there? Okay, I'm going to make my way that way. And I thought that was, when I saw that, I just said, this is right. This is right. This is how you do it. And then it starts raining, and it has an extra element to it where you go, God, what the frick? You done messed up my plan. Wow. Zelda Breath of the Wild does everything right. Everything right when it pertains to the open world genre. And it looks like Horizon Forbidden West is stealing from Zelda Breath of the Wild and yet doing it wrong. This is wrong, 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 wrong. Blessings is 1000% incorrect. But I'm supposed to put him on a pedestal above me. I'm supposed to worship black faces just because they're around white folk. That's what I was told. And yet, when Blessings was talking, everybody started zoning out. They started leaving. They weren't paying attention. And yet when I was talking, you heard every single thing I said, because look at the haters responding to everything I just said. They're listening. And I'm supposed to worship black faces. F the plantation. Build your own nation. Clown.
Inspired by Breath of the Wild, I'd say, but not taken from Breath of the Wild, where it is you're not gliding across the map, but you are getting a pretty good distance so that when you are on a mountain or you're on a structure and you want to get down easily and you don't want to struggle to get back down, you just glide down and it's super easy from there. And there's also the polecaster, which is a really great addition as well. But all these things,
which is like a hook shot.
Yeah, a hook shot, like a grappling hook, right? And you use it to like pull things open. All this stuff just makes existing in Horizon Forbidden West's world way easier, and I'd say funner and more interesting, just in the way that you can kind of think about the different ways you can interact with the world in a broader scope, as opposed to just getting from point A to point B and maybe being frustrated by getting stopped by an enemy on the way or getting stopped by a robot on the way that's here to destroy you. And so I really, really like those additions. I really, really like the open world this time around. Of course, you're going through the Forbidden West, which is different from the open world of Horizon Zero Dawn, but not too different. I'd say like it's more vibrant, more varied, feels more dense in terms of the amount of settlements, and I think it's more interesting. Like I really enjoyed it. I think part of that is that you're in Horizon Forbidden West, you're in an instance of the game's story where you're past all of the you're past the veil of the game's world being mysterious. Where in Horizon Zero Dawn, you're coming into it being like, all right, what is this? Is this post-apocalyptic? Is this America? And the game kind of reveals itself as it's going. Horizon Forbidden West taking place after all that gives it the opportunity to just tackle the cool things about the world being where it is, right? Which is spoilers for the first game if you not play the first game and you're jumping into this one, right? Like, and this isn't big spoilers because you should know this if you've seen any trailer. You're in America, right? Like you see the Golden Gate Bridge in the.
Oh my god!
I am coming into this game so.
Why did you say spoilers? What? Hey, spoilers, guys! You're in Hyrule. What? Why did you say? Well, listen, I don't want to spoil this one, guys. We already know about it, but guess what, guys? We're in America. You're like, what? You didn't need to do that. You didn't have to call spoilers out, bro.
Blind. I don't even know what a video game is. I clicked on this video. I was trying to find out how to make bread.
Yeah, like you see the Golden Gate Bridge in the marketing, and it's things like that where it is, okay, now that we know where we're at and now that we know what this world is, Horizon Forbidden West provides so many interesting ways to have that stuff actually matter, and it gives you interesting places to explore because of that. And yeah, like I have so many glowing things.
Word salads. It's all or nothing, because I want you guys to pay attention. This is all word salading. This is taking a bunch of words and jumbling all together. He's really not saying anything. It sounds like it's coming off positive, but I'm going to show you. Please, I need you guys to pay attention. They're lying. Watch. They're totally going to contradict everything they're saying. Watch.
things to say. And again, like
we'll get to all of them. Yeah, don't worry about it.
yeah, we'll get to all of them. But to wrap up real quick, right? Like I mentioned before, right? I don't think that means it's flawless. There are like story bits that I didn't love. I think the story is better in this one than the previous one, but there are story beats that I did not like. There are characters in the game that a lot of characters that I do like that are newly introduced that I love, and then some characters that I feel like are either out of place or I wish were fleshed out more. Carrie Ann Moss was in one of the trailers, and I think her character in the game is awesome, but I wish that they used her more.
Carrie
I feel
Ann
like
Moss
she was in it for kind of
Who's that?
how
She
great
sounds
her character
famous.
is. And
The
even
same thing with Angela Bassett, right? Like they
They got Angela
voice cast was
Bassett?
like, holy shit, and like she's regalia the thing, and it was like, yeah, great. And then I was
They
like,
got Angela Bassett in the game?
I understand you get a big name, you probably can only you get a day with them, make all this stuff, but I was like, damn, I like the character, and I could have
Sony paid Angela Bassett to come voice act this.
Reddit. Like I know Lance was in the first game, and he was in the character, and he's present in this game, but not as present as I thought he would be, and I wish he was more present. Like all of these big celebrity guests or celebrity stars they have in the game, I wish they made more use of them because I think that is where
they paid all these people to come.
The game has
Sony,
highlights, right? I
so
think they make up the best characters.
You have Japan
I want
Studios.
to jump into all of
You didn't
this,
even
but
have to
I'll
use
go around
voice
and
actors.
do it. I'll
Pokemon didn't use no
myself,
voice
I'm gonna say
actors.
one thing based on the back
6.5 million.
I agree with your score. For me, this
Pokemon-
is a 5 out of 5. This is an amazing game. Like I think from
Greg Miller, of course, you give every damn Sony exclusive a 5 out of 5. Greg Miller is one of the worst reviewers I've ever seen in my entire life. Giving a game a perfect score does not make somebody a great reviewer. He's terrible. He's got to be the worst reviewer I've ever saw in my entire life. Giving a game 10 out of 10 does not make you a great reviewer. It makes you a good YouTuber. You're feeding the algorithm, you're feeding the deaf, dumb, and the blind, but when it comes to reviewings, you are the worst person. He's the worst. 5 out of 5. I think it's amazing. I think it's stupendous. It's just outstanding. It's phenomenal. It's dynamic. That's not a review. That's not a review. And him saying it, he thinks he thinks this is what people come for. These low ass views. He really thinks that, hey man, people are coming to see me, man, because I'm just really laying the law down when it comes to these reviews. Please. The gaming media pushed us towards your channel.
And we'll go through it, I'm sure, but story for sure, gameplay for sure, visuals for sure, audio, like the sound, the score they have.
What about the gameplay?
It's incredible. But for me, it wasn't an immediate great. Like there was, I came into this having loved Zero Dawn and having really flashbacks of the lead into Fallout 4, where I remember on a Gamescast, Tim asked me in the lead up to Fallout 4, like, how could Fallout 4 fail for you? And I was like, if it's just more Fallout 3, if it's just HD Fallout 3, if it isn't really like something different. And I feel like for me personally, because I hated the settlement building, that's what Fallout 4 was. It was like, oh, I knew what this game was before I even picked it up, and that's fine, and I enjoyed it, but like it's not one of my most memorable things. And so mileage will vary based on how you play an open world RPG. For me, that first 10 hours of Horizon was me going, oh, okay. More Zero Dawn. All right, that's cool. That's fine. I'm enjoying myself, but I'm not like locked in. I'm going after.
Hold on, guys. Hold on real quick. Hold on, please. Hold on. I just need y'all to listen. I'm not going to show you the video. I just want you to listen. I need y'all to listen. Hold on. I just need y'all to listen real quick. The gaming media is taking me on the doozy here.
An amazing foundation
Look.
to Guerrilla Games' post-apocalyptic world. Following it up is no small feat, but after 4 hours of hands-on time with early
4 hours. Listen. After 4 hours. Listen, guys.
portions of its sequel, Horizon Forbidden West is shaping up to be a fulfillment of all the promises made by its predecessor. Combat.
The gaming media is taking me on a doozy here. Hold on. Wait a second. This guy said after 4 hours, he was able to understand that this was the greatest video game he's ever played in his entire life, right? Greg Miller, hold on now. Wait a minute. The gaming media is taking me on a doozy here. Hold on. I don't want to go back too far. Where are we at? 12, 22, 12. Hold on.
It's more zeroed out. All right, that's cool. That's fine.
Hold on. I didn't go back far enough. Hold on. Listen, IGN said after 4 hours, he was able to understand that this game was it had succeeded its predecessor. Hold on. Greg Miller.
Keep playing open world RPG. For me, that first 10 hours of Horizon was me going, oh, okay. It's more zeroed out.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on now. Wait a second now. Hold on. The gaming media is taking me through some type of time loop. I feel like I'm in the Ratchet and Clank time loop right now, right? IGN's after 4 hours. They were understanding that this exceeded the predecessors. Now, Greg Miller's saying 10 hours. After 10 hours of gameplay, it was still more of the same. Come on, guys. Come on.
That's cool. That's fine. I'm enjoying myself, but I'm not like locked in. I'm going after silence again.
That's what IGN
cool.
said otherwise.
Like, yeah, that's what this is. All right, fine, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the story takes a left turn. And that's when I was like, oh, and then I was in. And I think it really establishes itself.
This is warning. Do not buy this game. Warning. Do not buy this game. Please, warning. If you buy this game and while you're playing it, I want you to remember this. I want you to remember that while you're playing that game, you goofball. You're goofy. You jive turkey. You mean to tell me, whoa, you mean within 10 hours? That's a lot of time. 10 hours was more of Horizon. According to IGN, they were able to get the basics of the game within 4 hours. But after that 10 hours, there wasn't a gameplay shift. No, there was a story shift that made Greg Miller go, whoa, all right, now we're finally in action. You mean to tell me that it had nothing to do with the gameplay, but the reason why within those first 10 to 4 hours, it's nothing more than the same experience as you've been having with the Horizon series. This is according to them, the same people that gave it a 5 out of 5. We are starting to contradict ourselves. Within Pokemon, those first 10 hours, you're getting acclimated to all the new mechanics. And you thought you've mastered those mechanics, but every 10 hours within that Pokemon game, they throw in new Pokemon to collect, new alpha Pokemon to throw at you, flying mechanics, gliding mechanics, climbing mechanics, spoilers, swimming mechanics. Pokemon Legends of Arceus is not a great game because the 10-hour mark, the story started getting interesting. No, within that 10-hour mark, you started to get more and more and more and more gameplay. Zelda Breath of the Wild doesn't even have a freaking story. In order to, if you want to experience the story, they say, well, you have to choose it yourself. When you're playing an open world game, that's how it should be. You're not sitting through hours and hours of dialogue text. No, the beautiful and the wonder of Zelda Breath of the Wild is that the experience is this experience that you make. And it's all through the gameplay. But Greg Miller says, this is very concerning. That within the first 10 hours of the game, it's so freaking boring. It's more of the same. But what really turned him around was the story elements. This is supposed to be a video game, guys. It's very interesting.
As no, this is Forbidden West, including it almost, not to the dramatic effect, but I almost feel like it is a Breath of the Wild getting off the plateau moment of like, cool, now let's go into the Forbidden West. Let's go see.
Come on, man, please don't keep Zelda Breath of the Wild name out of your freaking mouth. This is not Zelda Breath of the Wild. Keep Zelda Breath of the Wild's name out of your fat slobbing mouth. This ain't no damn plateau moment. The plateau moment didn't take 10 hours. This isn't the greatest game of all time. This is a badly made garbage. Now the gaming media wants to parade Zelda Breath of the Wild around. Now Zelda Breath of the Wild is a great game. This ain't no damn 10 hours ain't no damn plateau. 10 hours to get off of the plateau? Keep Zelda Breath of the Wild's name out of your mouth. If you're not going to promote Zelda whatsoever, if you're going to bash Zelda because the climbing mechanics and the rain, then please keep it out of your mouth. Go play a game that's supposed to be so photorealistic, so realistic, supposed to be one-to-one to real life in video games, but you're able to climb on the rocks even though it's raining. Could you imagine if Horizon Zero Dawn had these real-life elements where you're slipping on the rocks while climbing? The Sony fanboys are pulling their tools out if rain comes and the characters are reacting to the rain by wiping the rain off of their forehead. But you mean to tell me when you're climbing and it's raining and you're slipping because of the rain, that's a problem? Chat room, let me know. Am I high? Am I high right now? Or is Zelda Breath of the Wild getting unwanted hate? Because if it was on a Sony exclusive, it will be considered the greatest thing of all time. Am I high? Let me know if I'm high. I noticed how IGN has Zelda Breath of the Wild as the number one game of all time, right after Japan had their poll of the top 100. I didn't know that. I didn't see that. I got a donation, Joe. Let me acknowledge that. I acknowledge the donators. Those are the true supporters. Just tweeted your live stream. Continue speaking the truth. We're getting retweets. Thank you so much, Toxic. Thank you so much for retweeting. Thanks for getting the information out there. For those of you who are new, this is going to be a long video, but it's going to be a deep analytical breakdown of showing the hypocrisies and the conspiracies within the gaming media. Thank you so much, Toxic, for the donation. Thank you so much. Did the retweet button work? Did the share button work, guys? Because, for some strange reason, I've been told that Zobi, I'm hitting the like button, but it don't work. You know what I mean? For some reason, people are hitting the share button and it's not working. YouTube, there's a weird glitch going on my channel and my channel alone. But thank you so much, Toxic. Thank you so much. That's what I like to see. Those are the real supporters right there, man. That get that information out there, man. We got to defeat these people, man. I don't give a damn if they're black faces. If you supporting Sony exclusives and all that toxic and liberal agendas going on, you ain't my friend, you ain't my buddy. Just because you black, just because we the same skin folk doesn't mean we're kinfolk now. That's funny, Noah.
See what's out there. Like you're talking about, we know San Francisco, we know we're going across the West. What other things are you going to find? I echo your score, and yeah, we're going to talk more about it. But
you already did about 50 minutes of talking, and I still don't even know what this game is about. They spend more time talking, doing comparisons with Zelda Breath of the Wild than they actually saying how this game is an individual of itself. You notice that? They blessings, and I have nothing against blessings whatsoever. He doesn't give off the type of energy or vibe that like a Greg Miller or a Paris gives off. But he spent more time talking comparisons between Zelda Breath of the Wild. Please keep your Zelda Breath of the Wild out of your mouth. You guys promoted it. You guys spent no time promoting that game, especially when the second trailer came out for Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. So don't use Zelda Breath of the Wild when you want to push your toxic PlayStation agendas. There's a lot of red flags here, though, man. I want to know where Horizon Forbidden West has its own identity. That's the main problem with these Sony exclusives. They don't have their own identity. That's the reason why nobody's buying them. That's the reason why they are $2 trillion in debt.
You're from the X-Cast. You've never held a PlayStation controller. You don't know what it's like.
Hilarious. No, I'm.
Oh my God. Why is he here? Does anybody know? What is this guy great for? I'm gonna come off as a hater, and I'm hating on the black man, the dark-skinned man versus the light-skinned man. No, that's not what it is. You know what I mean? Why is he here? He's too old, respectfully. His whole thing is about doing little hot takes. This game is going to be the Witcher killer. This game is Insomniac. It's the greatest developers of all time. This guy's not a reviewer. How did this guy was able? I've been on YouTube for over 10 years. I've never seen this guy. Not until I came back, I started seeing all these toxic plants spread within the gaming community, wagging their fingers and telling us that we're bad and we need to stop trolling and we need to stop being fanboys and we need to love all games equally and all this other bull crap. This guy came out of nowhere and now he wants to look down upon me. Try to take away my voice and call me irrelevant. He called me irrelevant. You're irrelevant. Nobody even cares. Nobody cares. You're irrelevant. Yeah. Dude's a clown. Dude's 60 years old. You're irrelevant. What are you talking about? The Most High is the only person I want to be relevant to. Vicious 696 666. It's not my job to be on YouTube building a nation of idol worshipers. As long as I'm relevant to the Most High, that's all that matters. You clown. Where did this guy come from? Yeah, man, let me tell you what I think. Who cares? It was something that I heard. I'm not even going to say the person's name. But he said something so profound. I know we need to get into the reviews and all that, but what they're saying is so boring. You know what I'm saying? So please let me come in and say what I need to say just to keep the energy going, keep the thing flowing, because once we go back to them, it's going to be so boring. You're going to be dazing off. You're going to be checking your Twitter. You're going to be, focusing on, your little apps and things of that such. Some of you might even run to a porn site. I heard something so profound from somebody that I won't say their name because, they're going to come for me. But I don't want people to come for him, because at least if they come for me, he can be the one to start the revolution. It's like 300. Like the leader, what's his name? The leader of 300. What's his name, guys? This is Sparta. What is his name, guys? It's the guy from 300. I feel like I'm him. It's like it's just me. Like, man, you don't even have a lot of people, man. You don't have a lot of people here, man. So you're irrelevant, man. You don't have white people backing you, man. The reason people aren't interacting in the comment section because there's nobody here. But listen, 300 is such a pivotal movie for me, because I always felt like I was, what's his name? I know it's not Achilles. What's his name, guys? Leonidas. Thank you so much. Somebody said they're going to the Grindr accounts. Yeah, Leonidas. He took 300 people to go against, what's the enemy, guys? The supposed enemy? To go up against his nation. And he had so many freaking soldiers, man. He had so many freaking soldiers. And not only that, he already knew he was going to his death. Right? I already know what I'm doing is already going to take me to my death. But Leonidas was able to look at one of the soldiers and send him back. And, hey, I want you to go back and I want you to go build a nation within the nation. I want you to go get the troops ready. We're going in first. I'm going in first to take on these people. I already know the consequences that are going to be able to come to me. I already know I'm going to lose my life. But somebody needs to stand up and stand out. Now's not the time to stand down and stand by. So I'm not going to use this person's name that I'm sending back to go build a nation. I'm going to go down with my sword and my shield. At least you know I went down fighting. Baddest mother suckers on the planet. Only 300 of them. Man, I go hard like that boy from 300. Yo, for real. They were bad. Mother sucker told him, come up here. What did he say? There was a lot of profound lines. You will die under a sea of arrows or something like that. The dude was talking mad crap. And he said, well, I forgot what he said. Damn it. I need to go watch 300 again, man. But the lines that they were saying, they had no fear whatsoever. A lot of these black immigrants that are in my comment section now, right now, they're afraid. Persians were invading Greece. Yeah. Black God and all them, they're afraid. They're the little decrepit guy that went to go tell on Leonidas, because Leonidas wouldn't allow them, allowed that little twisted up, decrepit looking weirdo to join his group, because he would have. It wasn't like he didn't have compassion for these people. It's just that he would have slowed us down. What I need you to do is pick up that shield. And the dude couldn't pick it up. I'm sorry, you cannot come with us. You will slow us down. That little troll was mad, wasn't he? He went back and snitched, causing the death of Leonidas. So I already know where this is going. I already know that the black guys and the Shawns, I already know they're going to go and tell on me. I already know that the people are going to share my videos in a negative way taking little snips and clips to make me look bad, to destroy my character. I already expect these things. This is what happens when you go to war. But I want everybody to know I went down with my sword fighting. I'm not bowing to these people. Leonidas, my mother sucking, man. When the freaking dude told him to kneel, told him to bow down, right? It was the end. And Leonidas, he dropped his shield. That mother sucker took off his helmet, threw it to the ground. Pow! And then whatchamacallit, he got excited. He was like, oh my God, he's about to bow to me, right? Leonidas, he stood there and he was like, took that mother freaking spear and he chucked that mother sucker. The only reason he dropped his shield and took off his helmet because he didn't want anything getting in his way when he threw that shield. He wanted to make sure that he had pinpoint precision. That mother sucker tossed that goddamn spear and ding! He was able to scratch him. He was able to touch him. I was able to touch the gaming community. I was able to touch these liberal and toxic gamers, gaming review sites. I was able to touch you, Sony. But at least I want everybody to know I went down with my sword.
100% with Blessing on everything that he said. This is a 5 out of 5. It's an amazing game, and I was a huge fan of the first one. So coming into Forbidden West, my expectations were high, and they were met. But it was interesting what you said, Greg. I agree. It didn't click for me as being this 5 out of 5. And again, I'll be careful with spoilers, but the second cauldron that I did, that's when it clicked for me. Like the result of doing that cauldron, I was like, holy shit, this is great. I can't wait to deep dive into this more and continue to explore this world. I rolled credits at about 42 hours on the game, and I easily could have done 20 more.
Oh my God.
And it was funny what you said on the Slack during the week, Blessing. That's what prompted me to just, all right, I need to finish the story, because I was just trying to do everything. I mean, every side quest, errand, job that I would create, relic to explore, cauldron, obviously tall necks, all these things. I was just trying to do everything I possibly could along the way because I was enjoying it. Right? I was truly enjoying exploring this world and trying to uncover everything and every puzzle.
Sony, if I didn't touch you, gaming media, if I didn't touch you, then why did you feel the need to shadow ban my channel? I did that to The Last of Us 2. If I didn't touch you,
that was in there. But then when you said what you said, I was like, oh crap, I need to hurry up and finish the story. So then I just beelined it and finished the story. But I'm absolutely going to go back and continue doing that, exploring the Forbidden West, this open world that they've given us. I kind of just teased a little bit on social media. For me, anyways, this is like the perfect blend of The Witcher 3, Uncharted, and Far Cry. That's what I get from Forbidden West. And there's just, and I know we're going to get into it, but there's just so many different things that will grab your attention as you're going through this game that will just absolutely sidetrack you from the main point of the story. But, it's a good thing in that way. And I'm excited to go back in and play more.
Janet, where are you at?
I agree with Blessing's score. I give it a 5 out of 5. I think it's an incredible game. Definitely better than the first one, which is a big compliment because I think the first one is probably still also a 5 out of 5. Like they improved on something that was already fantastic. Echoing a lot of what's been said, I think for me, my favorite aspect of the game is that the way that it subverts and shakes up familiar base mechanics. I think they very easily could have rinsed and repeated a lot of the structural things, even something like the tall necks, and you'll hear us repeat things that, if you played Horizon 1, like you'll be at home here, you'll know, okay, well, I'm going to want to hack these tall necks so I can get more of the map. I'm going to want to, when I do cauldrons, I can do this. But everything's like a little bit changed. I do think sometimes those changes are to Favor intrigue over cheese,
Wait
which
a
is a
minute,
little
wait a
sad
minute,
that
wait.
she's the
I just paid attention to what that comment said. Wait a minute. Did somebody say he likes? Are they trying to say he looks like Seal? I was like, Seal, what's Seal? Oh my god! Man, I go hard like that boy from 300. Look at the 300 army down there. Look at them turning up.
One, like the fact that you can't lay down a million traps kind of bums me out in a way. And on the whole, I will say, like, this game does almost everything better than the first one did. And there are a few points where I feel like I'm not in love with the changes, but holistically, I think, you know, to a lot of what Blessing said, it's nice because we did a lot of that base lore work, and there's still like a million questions that come from this game, but the questions are more interesting because we're more informed as players. And I think to extend that, the mechanics are more interesting because we're also more informed as players. Again, I think if this is your first time with the Horizon game, it's totally fine to jump in. They explain everything. You'll be able to figure it out. But if you already know it, like, it's just so wonderfully familiar. And then the new stuff is just super exciting.
I want to do a heat check. Is anybody really listening to what these people are saying? I was purposely quiet for this whole time because I wanted to prove something. I wanted to prove that they're not saying anything. Come on, we're here to watch a review. I've been watching reviews for video games for over 20 years now. I'm trying to let people understand that they're not saying anything, because has anybody heard anything as of yet that sold them on the game? Not even the haters can point out anything that has been said right now. They're not saying nothing. This is what we have to learn, guys. We need to learn when we're being conned. Nobody has said nothing. It's nothing more than a simple word salad that these modern day liberals, that's all they do, is just throw out random words that mean absolutely nothing. Guys, this game is a disaster. Warning, do not buy this game. Don't do it. Is it just me, chat? Has anybody heard anything yet that sounds so profound? Has anybody? They're still going up on that Seal joke. Sir Buck, you think the reason they're not saying anything? You mean the reason that they're babbling on is because of they don't want to spoil? I don't know. Too many red flags. I get it. They have to do this because they work for Greg Miller. They get free T-shirts and games and things of that such from Sony. I get it. But come on, guys. We got to pay attention when we got to acknowledge a scam when we see a scam. This is an unmitigated disaster. This game is a disaster. Go back and look at those credible review sites on Metacritic. Go down and look at the mixed reviews. Read those reviews. That's the dead honest truth right there. Those were the people that were willing to take the risk to come out and say, hey, this game is terrible. I have no idea what they're talking about, respectfully. And I don't mean that with no disrespect. I get it.
So you're just constantly like, oh, so they're doing this differently. Okay. And then you're kind of playing with all the different things that are going on. I think, too, in the diversity of machines really constantly blew me away as well.
Machine diversity? Oh, you're not just
and the story is, I think, wonderful. It does get kind of crazy, which I'm very curious to know, like, you know, and I'm sure at one point we'll do like spoiler content for it, like outside of the review season. But I'm really excited to see people react to the story because
guys.
For me, I think it was really
story in a video game
and weird. Like, they really went for it. I think, you know, we can debate how
they really took risk
they were in that attempt, but I found it really moving and really intriguing. I cried while playing this game. This game is awesome. This thing slaps. I had to mainline at a certain point, so I did come in around maybe like 35 hours, but it's funny if you look at my map, you can tell when I started the game and when I was like, I need to finish this for the review.
It's all ballooned out and expanded, and then there's the line.
Shout out to Grant Smith.
I think too, real quick, for
My
people
main
that
doodoo
loved
stand.
Horizon 1, which
That's
I was
my
in that
dude.
camp. I played that this year. I platinumed it. I adored it. It's so awesome to come back, and not just in the main kind of crew. There's a lot of familiar main faces, but even some of the
Just around the river band.
And for someone that's
I look once more.
Recently, I was like,
just around the river band.
I'm so excited to do their quest and see what's going on with them. So it hits that level of fan service for the people that
stand out
or played it really recently. Just
above the crowd, even if I got to shout out loud.
A wonderful blend of the familiar and the things that are in the Forbidden West.
Look at this place.
To really make up the gameplay.
Isn't it neat?
I loved it. It was awesome.
Doesn't it make my collection complete?
P.S. I love you, XOXO,
But I
2022
don't
review
know,
of Horizon Zero Dawn. You
girl,
just played it, Janet. Blessing
everything.
more of it, I think. Or I know you played it recently. And then I jumped in and fooled around with it. It started. Like, oh, it's just. I wish I had just played it. Because they are doing these callbacks and these threads, and it's I think it's 6 months after the end of Horizon Zero Dawn. And I'm like, oof, I vaguely remember what you're talking about. I don't remember the person. And that was one of the things that I go, maybe it's so hard to connect to that. And send you off on your way.
Girl. Whoa.
Andy Cortez, right now, you're still in the appetizer intro of this. I need to know where.
Y'all ready? Here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. Save the best for last. I used to always be concerned about these Game Over Greggy podcasts because they never had anybody on the show that was kind of bringing anything different. Everybody was sitting around the panel just kind of agreeing and circle jerking and stuff like this. But I appreciate this young man right here. He took a very drastic attempt to kind of warn us that this game is freaking garbage, but he had to also pull in the reins because this is a Sony-owned podcast. But he tried. He's going to try to warn us. I need you guys to pay attention. I had you guys sit all of that on purpose. I had you guys sit through all of that boring garbage on purpose. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, man. You tried. You're trying to save us from a bad game. I could tell your face. He's getting real. He's like, Jesus Christ, here we,
Where are you? Do you agree with Bless's review? What's yours? Where are we at?
I clocked in 38 hours. I finished the game at around 5:30 this morning.
Oh, wow.
I think this is a great game. This gets a 4 out of 5 from me.
Okay.
I think you all nailed it in terms of
Greg's
what it
about
does
to fire.
gameplay and how it evolves the formula, how it makes it more fun. However, this game is...
Oh, Sony fanboys don't like fun. Sony fanboys don't like fun. They were bashing Halo because it was fun.
Heavy on the narrative like the prior iteration was, and I just don't care about a whole lot of these characters. I love the story. I really enjoy the concepts being introduced. They, just like Janet said, they do get wacky with it, and I loved the story for part 1 as well, but a lot of my experience here is similar to my experience with part 1, where in a game that is focusing so hard on trying to have these really meaningful character beats. I think maybe I did myself a disservice playing Mass Effect 1 last year, where I think my character interactions there and experiencing story moments there, let's say I enjoyed 70% and disliked 30%, it might be close to the reverse here, like maybe 40-60 here, where I kind of want this game to have more bite. I want to enjoy Aloy more as a character. I want moments where I am getting really just deceived and fucked over by a side character. And I think this game does a lot in terms of compassion, right? And I kind of want more fuck you in this game. I want a bit more attitude, and I've never really connected with Aloy as a character. I just kind of felt.
Oh no. boy, oh boy, oh boy. The brother's trying to warn us. He's trying to warn us. He's walking a thin line. He's walking a thin line, brother. You listen, brother. You ain't on thin ice, brother, but you on ice, right? You are on ice. He's trying his hardest to warn us because he's all over the place. He doesn't even know where to start. He's talking about the story's horrible. He's talking about the side characters are horrible, even though Blessings and Seal and the young lady and Greg Miller are saying the side characters are so fascinating and the story is so fascinating. 10 hours later, this guy, Alloy, is just not interesting whatsoever. These are the things. I've never played Horizon, and I can tell you these things. Real gamers know what a good or a bad game is. We know. You didn't even play the game, so how you know? Well, how is it that they're regurgitating my narratives, and I didn't even play the game? Young brother, I'm telling you, man, be careful. That is a Sony-owned podcast. He's saying one thing and then turning around and discrediting what he is saying. Oh man, the story's great. Story's horrible. Story's great. Alloy's boring. Story's great. The side characters are terrible. Like he's all over the place. He's nervous. Is he sweating? Is he going to be okay? Look at Greg Miller like, hey, look at Sony pays the bills here, man.
Felt like I enjoy the voice.
It's
acting.
okay, brother. It's okay, brother. I get it. You feel uncomfortable. You got to watch your words. Look at him. He's watching his words. You see that? He's watching he's sitting there. He's thinking, and he's like, he wants to come out. He does. He wants to go. Don't buy this game. It's terrible. Please don't buy it. Don't. But somebody, if he does that, some random people in black suits are going to come in this room and take him away. Or a red laser just is going to pop up in the middle of his forehead and then boom. The Sony agents are real.
I've always liked Ashley Birch as a voice actor. She's just kind of boring for me.
She's lawful good or like neutral good in a way.
Whoa, Blessings. What the freak? Whoa. What's going on here, guys? Did wait a minute. Chat room, did y'all see that? Others think is thinking. Notice they ain't say nothing about that. Notice we're gonna get into it. Don't rush me. We got a whole week. Don't rush me, guys. But we got a whole week. But listen, spoilers. Notice this game is buggier than Cyberpunk 2077, and nobody said anything. That's going to be tomorrow's video. Blessings was trying to turn the shit back around. Laughing my butt off. Blessings told him to shut the F up, dude. Yo, Blessings is mad. Yo, did that guy talk once when everybody else was talking? This guy, he sat there and let everybody talk about absolutely nothing. Now we're finally getting a real review. Everybody's listening. You guys are listening. The chat room is listening. I'm listening. He's getting to the point to a degree. And here he comes. This happens to me all the time when I go to a podcast. Every podcast I've ever been on, I sit there and I'm quiet. And the chat room's like, Zobi, man, say something, man. But I'm being quiet on purpose. I'm sitting there and I'll be bad quiet on a podcast. I'll be like this. And I allow everybody to talk and talk. And yeah, man, because we need to understand, man, because you know what I'm saying, and this and that. And they'll talk for like 3 hours straight. They'll give them like 30 minutes of the platform of the floor, and they'll be just talking. And I'm like this. And then It's my turn. Zoe, well, what do you think, man? And I'll be like, man, this is one of the worst things I've ever saw in my. And then everybody's jumping in to talk while I'm talking. Everybody's using my turn to talk. I'm like, God, can I talk? Because I'm the only one that's actually getting to the point. I'm the only one that's actually saying things. When nobody's saying nothing, it's real weird when nobody's saying absolutely nothing, how quiet they are. But once you start talking, all of a sudden people are starting to jump in and cut you off. Let the man speak. No, because you agree it's a real review. No. He's actually talking about the game and the aspects of everybody else didn't say anything. He's respectful and ended up getting disrespected. That's deep. I like that. Hold on. Can I rewind that, guys? The man got cut off. Oh, my God. Let the man speak. Man, all right, that's enough. You can't talk no more. What? You had your turn, Blessings. We allowed you to babble and go on and talk about whatever it is that you're talking to.
I enjoy the voice acting. I've always liked Ashley Birch as a voice actor. She's just kind of boring for me.
She's lawful good or like neutral good in a way that
Yes.
I don't think really gives her character opportunity to kind of dig deeper into these side quests and these characters that she meets. Where I was having a conversation with Janet like last week about how I compare this game side quest to something like The Witcher 3 or even something like Fallout.
What the freak is? Whoa! Hold on, chat room. Chat, guys, did y'all see that? What in the hell is Blessings talking about? He's Blessings. Oh my, he's good, bro. This dude came out and said, "Yo, the ally voice actor is boring as hell." And Blessings was like, "No, she's good. She's great. And but there's side quests and the side stuff, and it's like, what are you doing? What is he doing? Look, watch again, guys. Watch again. What was that? 249? Watch that. Watch it one more time. Watch this. He's coming out and saying how horrible the voice actors are, knowing how much money Sony puts into these voice actors. This is a Sony-owned company. Remember that. The podcast. Greg Miller fired Colin Moriarty for making a joke about women. This is a Sony-owned podcast. You don't fire people from your own podcast. Watch how quickly they come in and try to tell you. Who even cares about damn voice actors, really? But still, these are the things that Sony has invested in. Voice acting, little VR suits and things of that such. Motion capturing, highfalutin graphics, boring ass stories. I've been told how great these Sony exclusive stories were for so long. I'm still not finding where the great story is at. I'm like, where's the great story? I've been telling me this whole damn great story for this whole time, and I'm still not understanding where how is everybody having such a great time with the story over the gameplay.
I wouldn't put these side quests up with those.
Hold on. Two, right here. Sorry.
I enjoy the voice acting. I've always liked Ashley Birch as a voice actor. She's just kind of boring for me.
She's lawful good or like neutral good in a way that
Yes.
I don't think really.
No,
gives her
he said that she was boring. She's awfully great, man. I think she's outstanding, dude. Bro, well, it's not your turn to talk. Why are you talking when this man is trying to break it down? She's awfully good. He just was like, she was terrible. She's awfully good, man. She's neutrally good. What the hell does that mean? No, she's not boring. Look at Paris. He's all frustrated. Look at him. Who is he looking at? An agent? Who is he looking at? One of those Sony agents? Who is he looking at? Somebody just walked in this room. He's probably talking to a Sony executive right now. Look at this, guys. What is he looking at? One more time, guys, please. Let me know if it's me or if it's a conspiracy. Let me know if it's a conspiracy.
I think really.
What the hell? I keep doing that. Hold on, dudes. God damn it! Now I done lost it. There it is. Wow. All right.
I enjoy the voice acting. I've always liked Ashley Burch as a voice actor. She's just kind of boring for me.
She's lawful good or like neutral good in a way that I don't think really gives her character opportunity to kind of dig deeper into these side quests and these characters that she meets. Where I was having a conversation with Janet like last week about how I compare this game side quest to something like The Witcher 3.
He wasn't talking about the damn side quest. What the hell is
put these side quests up with those ones? I think part of that is the amount of choice you're given in terms of, oh man, I'm between two different scenarios.
He wasn't talking about the damn side quests.
Whether I'm going to kill this character or let this character live, making those types of decisions, right? And where you see Witcher and Fallout.
What is Paris? Is Paris okay? Really what is he looking at?
Those choices interesting and choices engaging. I don't think Horizon Forbidden West really gives itself the opportunity to do that in a way that I totally feel where you're getting there, and I 100% agree.
Yeah, if I could add on to that, because there's like one
side. Now Paris wants to jump in.
Where it's questioned if this person is betraying the tribe, and it would have been fascinating to go through that to where Aloy would have to make a choice about that. If she
Aloy, who's that? Who's Aloy? He don't even know the damn character's name.
Or did not, and that affects moving forward the gameplay. You don't get that choice. So if I think there was any type of negative towards my experiences, like
not everybody wants to point out their negatives. Not that somebody started actually talking about the game. Not everybody wants to point out their negatives. So to go back to what that person said, just because you agree with him means that all of a sudden he's right? No. Because once he started pointing out his disagreements, notice how the podcast got brave enough to start saying their disagreements and their negatives. First, we're playing an RPG and you don't have choices? That sounds like a disaster. That means it's some type of on-rails RPG, just like Fallout 4, where there's no consequences of what you're doing? But anyway, that wasn't even the point. I mean, that was a comment that he made way earlier when it pertains to the side quests, and they want to take it all the way back to the side quest thing, I guess, to discredit him. But I guess they're somewhat agreeing in a way. I don't know what Blessing was saying, but at least Paris can come out and say, hey, a negative about this game is that it's not really a game. It's trash. But he's saying it in a nice way.
Like kind of like you're saying, I wish it was more Witcher 3 in that way, where your choices.
You said this was better than Witcher 3, did he not? Man, this game is better than Witcher 3, man. This game's going to destroy Witcher 3, man.
Matter and would affect how people perceive you moving forward as you go through the game. You don't really get that in this.
Sure, I do. Again, though, like gameplay wise, this game is so solid. This game, I think melee combat is just something I just never really enjoyed in part one. I still don't really enjoy it much here. It just doesn't really feel fun or fluid or effective, really.
There's a lot of the negatives for the first game, and that game was giving perfect scores, and it was touted as the Zelda Breath of the Wild killer.
Can I interject there?
Sure.
Can the man speak? He let everybody talk. Everybody wants to use his time to talk.
Because this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. Blessing at the top of the show when he's running through his thing said, he had more fun with the combat as the note I wrote down. I forget the actual direct quote, but talking about the combat being more fun. And so I'm with you, Andy, that I never got into melee in this game, but I also wonder how much of it is that I built my Aloy my way. Because the thing they introduced that I love in this game are these skill trees, where like when you get it now, you're earning skill points, you get to invest them into. I had it open, I shut it. One of 6 categories.
Was I the only one looking at that combat thinking how trash it was? I don't know. Guys, was I the only one looking at that gameplay and just going, "Whoa, this looks This is phenomenal gameplay. Look at this.
It just doesn't really feel fun.
I'll even mute it because we already heard this already. Look, let's look at the combat. Let's really look at this. Okay, it's the Spider-Man combat from the Spider-Man game that y'all did. Okay, all right, 1, 2, all right. Okay, a lot of rolling. Okay, you're using a bow and arrow. Bow and arrows are used for distance, but you're using it in close combat. Okay. Okay, this might be a charge, flip attack. All right. It looks pretty phenomenal, man.
Where like when you get it now, you're earning skill points. You get to invest them into. I had it open. I shut it. One of 6 categories here, right? Warrior, trapper, hunter, survivor, infiltrator, machine master. And these detailed skill trees Barrett's showing. Great job, Barrett. As you go down and unlock the new abilities, and it conforms to your play style. And so, I rolled credits on this at a speedy 30 some hours because I had the fear of God in me that I wasn't going to beat this in time. So I was like, I'm going to ignore every Greg Miller impulse I have and just go through and do the story. And so when I was annoyed with a fight at one point where I was like, God, I'm
every
some hours
freaking
game, and I just do not. I thought they were going to improve melee. I did that thing. Like, oh wait, and I popped out, and I filled in. Like right now, as I look at it, right, my infiltrator, which is your stealth tree, completely filled in, and then my hunter, which is your arrows, like 90% filled in. And it was, I think, if I looked over at warrior, and that's where it was, the combos and the block breakers and all these different things, and I was like, oh, like I never got drawn to that.
Why is he not in his head
how
yet?
much I didn't like melee in Original Horizon, so I never even bothered investing here. I am at point blank range, shooting you with an arrow, just dominating you, and I enjoyed that part, how to play that way. But I wonder how that nets out for everybody else then.
Does anybody know what Greg Miller's talking about?
I went down the melee pits, which is a new activity they introduced in Forbidden West, which is basically these, in certain settlements, you'll find melee pits, and it is these challenges that you'll go through that teaches you how to use the different melee moves, and then you are kind of like going around and obtaining these badges so that you can do the final.
That combat looks really good, right, guys?
And at first, I was not digging it. I did not like the melee combat in the first game, and in this one, when I first started out, I was feeling very similar because I think the melee hits feel the exact same as in the first game, and that's to say that they didn't feel great. Sure. But when you start giving yourself combos and unlocking the melee skill tree like I did, the movesets start to open up, and I do think it gets a bit more fun and interesting as you go. But it never becomes so good that I would implement it in just regular combat where I'm fighting machines and or humans, or if I'm going through a rebel camp to take it out, right? It seems like they encourage melee more so on the human enemies, and in regular situations, I just wouldn't want to use melee on human enemies because they still have arrows.
Combat sounds horrible to me.
I'm still getting surrounded, and I don't feel like I have the time and space to use melee. But in the melee pits, by the time I got to the last one, I was actually pretty surprised by how strategic I felt like I had to be in order to complete them. Like, it was just yesterday, actually, that I messaged the Slack, and I was like, hey, has anybody completed all the melee pits? Because I need some help. And then, like, 10 minutes later, I was like, hey, never mind, I got it. I figured it out. And, like, I think it's better. I also don't think it's excellent. Like, I don't think it's great. Sure. And I think that kind of speaks to Andy's point here, which is...
You ever notice that with Sony guys? They try to pretend like they're enjoying the game. So they'll be like... They'll do things that Nintendo fans would never do. You ever notice with Sony guys, they'll be like, hey, man, did you get to the melee pit part, man? I need some tips, man, right? When was the last time you went to somebody else playing Zelda Breath of the Wild and was like, hey, man, did you get to the yo, man, I need some help, man. Did anybody get to the flying guardian? Nobody do that stupid stuff, man. We were too enthralled with the game to be asking people for tips. We were actually playing a real video game. We wanted to figure it out ourselves. Hey, man, did anybody make it to the chaos pits, man? The Lazarus pits? Did anybody make it to the Lazarus? Yeah, they always try to get real detailed with the crap. This is a game that's going to last for one day on social media. Stop. I really hate when Sony fanboys, especially the Game Over Greggy podcast, they always do that. I made it to the Trials of Illusion, and oh my God, remember the Trials of Illusion? I went into the Trials of Illusion, and they brought me to the Lazarus pits, and then that's when remember when I called you when I got to the Trials of Illusion, and it was the Visions of Escaflowne, remember? And there was the dynamic routes of Dynamispheres. Yeah, they always do that on the Game Over Gregor podcast. Like we're just bros and we've never done this in gaming. But it sounds like it's a bro environment. Yo, we're coming together as Sony fans, and we're just enjoying this great game. They always do this with every game, and it's annoying. Remember when we made it to the dynamic of, right? Am I right, chat room? Do you ever notice that when it pertains to Sony fanboys? It's like you're not even playing the game. So why are you guys even? Greg Miller just said he rushed to the damn game so he can get a review out.
Like, I totally understand why anybody would try out the melee stuff and go, not for me. And like, even after completing all the melee pits for me, I enjoyed that melee pit experience. I am not going to use melee again.
Oh God! Oh no! I'm telling you, I told you guys, yes, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5 out of 5. But when my brother started to speak up, all of a sudden the layers started coming back, and all of a sudden people are not going to be using a main mechanic within the game after they just touted how great the combat was. And now this guy's talking about he's never going to use melee combat. That's the most important thing about the damn game. I just wanted to show that. I just wanted to show you guys how, as I get it, the 5 out of 5s, the scores are coming out. But as we start talking about this game, these guys really tell you do not buy this game, because as we start peeling the layers back, it gets worse and worse and worse. One review site said that I thought this was a game about killing mechanical dinosaurs, but it turned into me just killing mechanical wombats and werehogs and things of that such, warhogs, whatever those little things are called, pigs with horns on them. And I haven't heard anybody talk about the fighting the demons and the monsters. Melee combat is irrelevant again. Oh my God.
And so yeah, I'm kind of right there with Andy, though I do think it is a step up from the first game.
Yeah, I think it has to be good at the start in order to get me interested into 100%. Wanting to use it. And I don't know. I think the arrow play,
makes sense. That works.
I think it's
oh God, no.
I think it's fun enough and satisfying enough to just go straight with that here. I think
I'm really getting exhausted with this whole satisfying term that people are using when it pertains to bow and arrow physics.
Great job of it. Yeah, so the gameplay there is very fun, but yeah, this game didn't have a whole lot of moments with me saying like, wow.
Oh my God, Zoba, you're a troll, man. You're a freaking troll, man. I hate you, man. I'm gonna tell Leonidas on you, man. I'm telling Leonidas. He'll let me join his army if I snitch on you. Nothing in this game whatsoever let this man feel like, wow, nothing. Look at Greg. Oh my God, look at Greg. Look at Greg. And what the hell is Seal Paris looking at? Why is he always looking to? Are there government agents in his room? And is that stitching across the top of the skull there, guys? I'm noticing stitching marks on the colored folk. These got to be immigrants. Look at these hairlines. Look at these hairlines. That's an immigrant hairline, if you ask me. Look at that. Oh, these smokes. Look at that.
Damn cool. And although I enjoyed a lot of the story concepts that they did, I was never overly wowed.
God damn. God damn. I could have told you that and I didn't even play the damn game. I needed to get a review copy. Hold on. I saw something here that was interesting. No, not that. You can't even burn the grass with fire arrows in this. Oh my God. How does a Wii U game like Breath of the Wild have better physics? Wow. You can't burn the grass with the arrows? With fire arrows? That's like a according to the Sony and some of the Xbox guys, the Wii U was considered an irrelevant console with old generational gameplay. It wasn't even in the same generation as the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. It was before that. And you mean to tell me that the Zelda Breath of the Wild has mechanics that this supposed next generation game has or doesn't have? Oh my God. You can't even burn the grass with fire arrows. How does a Wii U game that is supposed to be 3 generations behind the 360? They were touting the Wii U as the same generation as the Dreamcast. You can't even burn grass? What can you do in this damn game? What can you do in this game? That's the question we need to be asking. What have they done with this next generational game that you needed to buy the $500 console, the $70 game? No, Zoe. Sony said that. Yeah, Sony's taking me on a time loop here. They're taking me on some type of a doozy here. You get the game for $60 and you can upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version for free. Now you got to pay $70 and you got to pay $10. No. We'll take that back because we're listening to the gamers. Now, they're going back and forth. Sony has to make up their mind. We also have another video coming up this week. Please don't rush me, but we're going to get into that whole $70 debacle. And why is the gaming media? I'm seeing first it was one review site that came out and said, buy Horizon Forbidden West on the PlayStation 4. But now I'm seeing all of them come out and say buy for the PlayStation 4. So we need to do a video. Listen, we had a whole week before the launch of Horizon. Don't rush me, okay? Zoe, man, when's that video? Don't rush me. Oh, snap, Rose is going at it. Nintendo gets Zelda, right? One of the greatest franchises of all time. Microsoft gets Fable. I can't wait. Oh, my God. Xbox guys, my Xbox brothers, if I can compliment you, you got the guys that made Forza, the real Horizon game, Forza Horizon 5. And that game is beautiful. That is the best looking game I've ever saw as of right now. And they're currently going to make it the next Fable game. Can I geek out real quick? I know when I talk about video games, a lot of people get mad, but can I geek out on Fable? I don't like Fable. I don't like Fable. But there are things I do like about Fable. And I'm looking forward to seeing what this next Fable installment is going to be. Now, you give me the graphics or the world of Forza Horizon, right? Can I geek out a little real quick? Forza Horizon 5, you give me that world, right? The trees and the rubbish, and you walk. Actually, when you walk past the trees and there's tree physics and grass physics and foliage physics and stuff like that. But still, besides all that, what I do like about Fable is that there are mechanics there that make it a very profound RPG. There's like an aging system. You can start up as a little kid and you grow up into a man. There's like a little Sims physics where you can have a wife and have a kid. In Fable 2, they added the dog. What I like about Fable and the original Fable creators was that there was there was a lot of great ideas that were put into this game. I just don't think they were very well executed in Fable 2. I hear Fable 1 is the best, but I never play that one. I would like to play it when I have the backwards compatibility and the access to do it on the Xbox Series X. But I'm very looking forward to seeing those implemented mechanics in a more grounded game with the graphics of the Forza Horizon 5. Can I geek out just a little bit, guys? If you look up Horizon game, Forza Horizon pops up. That's funny. Horizon releases in 3 days. Oh, damn. I did see that, didn't I? 3 days. Whatever. We still got videos, but we'll probably have to put out 2 videos a day on Horizon. There will be a camping outside. There will be a midnight launch for Horizon video coming for you guys. And the brother's coming out here and he's trying to warn us. He said such positive things, but he's regurgitating. He's discrediting himself because he's coming out and he's saying how everything else is horrible, how everything is horrible. And look at Greg Miller. Oh my God. What are these people looking at?
By a lot of what was happening. I think I was more wowed by the visuals and understanding that this is a gigantic open world game with levels of fidelity that we are accustomed to with games like The Last of Us, in more kind of linear single player experiences where we're seeing really great facial capture. We're seeing awesome animations and beautiful environments. I think this game is almost too good environmentally, where it can get really kind of noisy on the eye. When I'm kind of running through and it's like there's so much detail out in the world that like it's kind of really messy and noisy on the screen because there's so much foliage.
He gives the game a compliment and then he takes it back. Man, the games is a technical marvel, man. The graphics look real good, but it is a little bit too much going on. And it hurts my eyes to the point where it becomes irrelevant. The guy, he says something positive and he'll take it right back. This sounds like a disaster. This sounds like a one-day game. For real. This sounds like a game that will, when it launches, we're going to get screen captures, things like, and then after that one day, it's going to be dead. This game does not have the legs of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Why? Because we're still talking about Zelda Breath of the Wild to this day.
Foliage and moss everywhere that sometimes I think maybe that's a product maybe playing on performance mode where you're getting the 60 frames, but they're doing something resolution wise that maybe I feel like they're trying to make it too sharp with some sort of down filtering, and it may be making everything a little too noisy. So I had some issues with that, but I got over that pretty quickly because the game is just really, really gorgeous.
I think a similar thing of like, I agree. There's a lot going on at times, and it was that thing for me though that the game looks so beautiful that I didn't care. Usually, like we have a TV upstairs now, and a TV.
What is Paris looking at? Is there a Sony agent in that room? Why does it keep drifting off to the left?
Downstairs, and the downstairs TV is way better. And so it was that thing of like, usually when I'm playing a game for review or whatever, and I'm working, I'll do it upstairs now so I can go, take care of Benjamin, help Jen out with whatever's going on, and then just be around to listen in if the baby needs anything, right? And so then with this one, it was the rare thing of, okay, this game's so gorgeous that I'm going to go downstairs, even if I only have 15 minutes, or even if I only have 10 minutes, I'm going to go down and
you
play
left your kid for this game. That's pretty impressive.
Well, you can still hear him, you know what I mean? He's up there crying. I get it. He's okay.
I'm really on it.
You didn't want spoilers.
This time I was like, fuck it. I'm going downstairs and we're just going to the melee pit.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the game's so good, and looking though, I needed to see it on the biggest screen possible with all the detail I could, Andy.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like one of those technical marvels sort of games. But yeah, again, this is I know I said a lot of stuff I didn't like about it. This is still a great game for me. I can easily recommend this to anybody who is going to have either a PS4. We'll see how it runs on the PS4 Pro. I know that they seem to be pretty proud about performance and visuals of how it runs on PS4 Pro. But if you have a PS5, this is like easily a must play. It's a lot of fun. And even if you're someone like me who don't love the character you're playing and don't really like have those moments you're like, oh, I gotta go see what Garrus Vakarian is up to right now in Mass Effect. Like,
Sure.
I never had that here. I never wanted to go check out that one really cool character, and I think this game largely has a villain problem as well. Like Blessy was mentioning,
the game has a hero problem. The game has a villain problem. The game has a side character problem. What is going on? I'm so confused. I'm more confused than you guys right now. Holy smokes. I don't know.
Who I think the most compelling, interesting characters. This game felt like I was watching a movie filmed during COVID, where a lot of...
Oh, brother, please don't recommend a game to me and you say things like that. Brother, don't recommend a $70 game to me and you say things like that. Please do not recommend me buying a $500 console that can't do anything the Xbox Series X can do when it pertains to the power of the Xbox Series X, the features of the Xbox Series X. Please don't recommend me buying that dilapidated, broken console that everyone that owns the console has experienced all types of issues, screen tearings, overheating, not even turning on, rest mode issues. You put the damn console on rest mode and the console never wakes back up. It rests itself to death. Here you go. Here's a rest mode for you. Take a rest, PlayStation, and the damn console don't even wake back up. Please do not recommend me one of the worst consoles of all time if you say that this reminds you of a movie that was shot during COVID. Oh. Come on, guys. Is it me? Is it me or is it a conspiracy? They claim these Sony exclusives are realistic, yet you can't cut trees to collect wood and all this. Yeah. $70 plus tax. A movie, question mark. Yeah, it's over.
Like a lot of stuff.
And they said, yeah. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pippin in it. Wait a minute. Did they just say yeah? Did they just agree? The only reason I'm showing you this video because it takes forever to show you that they come out and say 5 out of 5, but they turn right back around and tell you that this game is garbage. This is a weird review. This is a strange review.
Anybody who is going to have either a PS4, we'll see how it runs on the PS4 Pro. I know that they seem to be pretty proud about performance and visuals of how it runs on PS4 Pro. But if you have a PS5, this is like easily a must play. It's a lot of fun. And even if you're someone like me who don't love the character you're playing and don't really like have those moments you're like, oh, I got to go see what Garrus Vakarian is up to right now in Mass Effect. Like,
sure.
I never had that here. I never wanted to go check out that one really cool character. And I think this game largely has a villain problem as well. Like Blessy was mentioning, I think the most compelling, interesting characters, this game felt like I was watching a movie filmed during COVID, where a lot of stuff was removed where like the actors are just missing, and you're like, okay, you've mentioned that person, but like, what the fuck are they up to? Like, I understand you're using this as a method of this is mystery, and that's a mysterious character, and they're doing some secretive shit you don't even know. But it's like, I kind of want to know what the hell they're actually doing, because we saw them in the first hour and a half, and it's been 25 hours, and like, what are we doing here? So I think this game does have a problem with the villains in that a lot of it is tell, don't show. And this is still Aloy's story, but it's still kind of annoying where like you can only say they're bad so much. I need to kind of see more of that. So I did have an issue story-wise with this game, obviously, but I think it's really, really fun gameplay-wise, and I really recommend it.
To that point, too, I also feel like this game feels like a middle part of a trilogy, where it's like,
100%.
we're going to save these characters for part 3 because we know you really like these characters, and like we're
Okay, now they're trying to say that you're touting the guys. No. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's not good. That's not good writing. It's not good storytelling. You mean to tell me that I got to wait for the next installment? To finally get the completion of the game? This feels like a real setup to a trilogy, man. What? The reason you didn't get the good character development from the villains and from Aloy and from the side characters is because it feels like it's going to be a part 3 coming, man. No, please don't tell me they're making more of these games, please, Lord Jesus, please, Jesus, don't, please. And the game over Greggy Stab was so proud when he said that. Yeah, man. Yeah, totally, dude. Look.
feels like a middle part of a trilogy, where it's like, 100%. We're going to save these characters for part 3 because we know you really like these characters. And like,
you're going to save characters that we don't have no idea who they are. We're going to save them for part 3. That's where we're really going to flesh them out, guys. Oh my God. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. One of the main reasons is that I'm excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm really excited for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Not because it's the 3rd installment of Xenoblade Chronicles. No. I don't play that game. I have problems with Xenoblade as a RPG series, and everybody who knows me knows that. I have a problem with the combat. I have a problem with this big open world with nothing to do. I have a problem with the combat. One of my main gripes is that damn combat, you know? It reminds me of like a Sonic Adventures game. And it's like they even added rail riding in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And it's weird how all the Sonic Adventure fans loves Xenoblade Chronicles, right? But what really excites me about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is that they did such an outstanding job with fleshing out the characters in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that in Discord, the only thing that I say is I can't wait to see what happens in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Only because they did such an outstanding job of fleshing out the characters. And we're getting little flashes and saying, is that Nia? Oh my God, is that character over there? Oh my God, that character has weapons like that character. Is that character? The characters were so fleshed out so well that you start to see little glimpses of characters that were side characters in the Xenoblade games. That I am so enamored, I am so exaggerated, I am so masturbated, I am so excited to see what's going to happen with Xenoblade Chronicles 3. But the only reason I felt that way is not because they gave me a piece of a character and then told me to wait till the next game to get excited because we're finally going to flesh these characters out, which is not going to happen, blessings. Sony is going to focus on trying to bring you the next highfalutin convoluted graphic system. They're focused on bringing in big names to voice some of their stupid characters that nobody knows who the hell they are. They're not going to flesh this out. When has Sony ever fleshed out their characters in sequels? Was it Uncharted? Was it The Last of Us 2? The Last of Us 2, they just added characters. Wait, who the hell is this character? And why am I playing as the villain in this game? Oh my God, what a stupid game. So yes, when it comes to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, even though I don't like the combat system, the reason I am so infatuated with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I thought Pokemon Legends Arceus was going to be my ultimate game of the year. I was thinking there was no way they can outdo this game. There's no game this year that's going to come out that's going to be able to outdo this game, because this is the only game that I see currently right now that is currently next generation material. That and Zelda Breath of the Wild. But when I saw Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and I started to see things, because of such the amazing job of fleshing out the characters in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, I'm more excited to see the characters from 2 than I am from 1, and they did a better job in 1. I mean, there's 2 characters I want to see. Hopefully we do see them. It depends on certain elements in order for that to happen. But I've heard the voice actor in the game, they didn't show his face, and that's on purpose. They're showing us that first trailer was so bombastic. I'm making up new words. I'm making up new words for nigger nerds, right? Bombastic. I'm tired of hearing bruh and lit. That first trailer was so bombastic. The characters that they showed you were all side characters. Nia and the girl with the wings in her ears. Those are side characters, bruh. They didn't even show you the Alloy. Alloy is not even a main character, but I'm just trying to explain that they didn't even show you the dudes that you really want to see. Hopefully we see them, crossing my fingers. Are you guys following me? Are you following me? I'm done with this because we're going on for too long. We've been on for about 15 minutes. It's supposed to be nothing more than a 5-minute update video. But I'm done with this. This was extremely telling. The game went from a 5 out of 5, and after they get done with this whole thing, because I watched the whole thing, after they get done with this whole thing, they contradict everything that they said, from the story to the graphics to the gameplay. It was nothing more than just a simple contradiction, very bad reviewers, and a podcast that I can tell is being funded by PlayStation, allegedly. But if you decide to listen to it, trust me, this Hispanic brother right here, man, he did a good job, and he exposed all 4 of them. And now every time he talks, everybody wants to cut in on his conversation, and kind of not in the aspects of telling him he's wrong. They kind of add on to how horrible this game is.
Like we're gonna set a lot of stuff up and not give you the full payoff here. Instead, we're gonna introduce these characters over here that you're gonna complete your arc with, but we're gonna save the characters you really want to see that arc complete with for the next game, which I think.
Oh God, I paid $70. I paid $70 to wait for the next game. I paid $70 to wait for the next game, guys. Guys, when is the next game coming out? The PlayStation 6. I paid $70 to wait for the next game to finally get good. Guys, come on. Come on, guys. I'm not going to play the damn siren. Come on. Warning, do not buy Horizon Forbidden West. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Bad latency says Monolith off Bill's Worlds. Sony doesn't. Yeah, at least like I said, the flaw for Monolith for Xenoblade is the combat, but for Horizon, it don't got combat, it don't got story, it don't got graphics, it don't got nothing. Why are we buying this game?
Kind of is a hindrance to that point too. And yeah, I think the
Yeah.
film during COVID analogy is a really apt one, because I was asked for me, I had a lot of questions mid game where I was like, all right, but where is this person? Like, I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now. And I think to the story, I think the story in this game, and I think Janet was mentioning this too, it gets buck wild at times. Where in a good way, where I'm like, oh, I did not see that coming. There are at least maybe 6 or 7 moments in that game, in this game, where I'm like, I did not see that coming, and that's really cool. There are a few in the game where I'm like, I didn't see that coming, and I don't know how I feel about that. But I think Horizon Forbidden West keeps the world and lore of Horizon interesting in ways that I just did not expect, and I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, I think it's that was the concern coming into it. Is like, all right, cool. Zero Dawn was so good, but it felt like it told a complete tale. Like, where do you take that from here? And I think, again, after that 10-hour moment, the introduction of some of the crazy things that'll start happening in the game or whatever, it was like, I didn't see this coming, and I'm really into it. And I think, honestly, my biggest knock against it is the fact you're talking about it being a middle movie, right? In a trilogy. Totally that. Like, I felt like we were building to I was like, I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying all the fights. I'm with you that, like, I could have seen more of who the villains are or what's going on.
Xenoblade Chronicles, if I can marvel over another Nintendo exclusive and how Nintendo just understands how to make games, and how Nintendo says, we're not going to buy anybody unless they fit our DNA, which was a complete shot at Sony. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles, the stories were so complete that you didn't even freaking know. You didn't even freaking know that Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was. I'm getting into spoilers, yo. I guess it's already spoiled because of the direct. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was so complete that you didn't need. Oh my God. I'm just stopping because I am just marveling on how excellent Nintendo is, how excellent Monolith Soft is. That's the thing that got because I think I'm smart, I'm not as smart as you guys, but I be thinking I'm smart when it pertains to video games. And I would say this is the first time I've ever been got when it came to a video game. When it pertains to Xenoblade and this trilogy here. I didn't even know it was a trilogy. I just thought it was going to be like Final Fantasy, where you had Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 7, 8, like when Sakaguchi was working at Final Fantasy, he said no sequels. When he left, Final Fantasy 13 2, Final Fantasy 13 3, Final Fantasy 15 2, 1, 2, Final Fantasy 7 remake, which is really Final Fantasy 7 2. It's not a remake. And like, they got me. I when I saw Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I said, oh my God. Oh my God, I can't believe that this is a trilogy. Even when they ended it off on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I thought that was just it. I just thought, oh, cool. That's really neato. The most interesting thing about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is the ending. And it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. They really understand. Oh, I don't want to get too deep into spoilers because that's like that's a big spoiler. That's a huge spoiler. But like, yo, I thought they were their own tales. They got me. And then when they came out with Xenoblade Chronicles 3, And everybody's doing these breakdown videos and showing how this is connected. I was like, Monolith Soft are geniuses. And there's no game on PlayStation's platform that can do that. And it doesn't take highfalutin voice actors. It doesn't take motion capturing. It doesn't take 10 hours and then the twist comes. No. They got me, man. And I love Monolith Soft. They made my favorite video game of all time, and that is like Xenogears. And I think this will go down in history as the greatest trilogy of all time. Sorry, I'm talking about video games, and I know you guys don't like that. I'm about to cry because of how phenomenal Nintendo just really cares about the gamers, man, in comparison to Sony, where there's just lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. You got the reviewers lying. Sony's lying. They don't care. In comparison to the Nintendo, they're creating games that'll last forever, that are changing lives. Anyway, I'm gonna actually shed tears here because of Xenoblade Chronicles. Beautiful. I can't wait for Xenoblade Chronicles. Why am I talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and a Horizon Forbidden West review? Sony exclusives are so bad, you start talking about real games, right? Oh boy, I gotta laugh because I'm about to cry because Nintendo really cares, man. Nintendo really cares. And it's sad that we have these puppets, even though they're black, that are willing to shield for the brand for whatever reason. I don't know, for the algorithm to be in their favor. But listen, before I end this video, I just want Sony to know I touched you. Before I died, I touched you. You might have got my channel, but trust me, I touched you. And there's another army of people that's coming behind me that you won't be able to stop. We're waking up. We're waking up to the lies. There was an army of people that saw the sacrifice that I was willing to do and is going to come behind me, but you can't stop everybody. You could stop me because there's only a mere 300 of us, but you won't be able to stop them. I touched you. I touched you to the point where this small little African-American channel needed to be blocked and banned and hidden. I touched you. And at the end of the day, that makes me happy.